Hey, CM, how you doing? How was your Sunday? Well, how was your week? Hey, Renee, what's going on? Takola, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much. Hope she comes in. She's at work right now, so she should be coming in shortly if she's able to. How's everyone days going? How's everyone day? I know we missed each other last week, Easter Sunday. So hope everybody had enjoyed their Easter. And with family and friends. We was able to do no live last week because I wanted to honor people's time, and we got stuff to do. It's getting to spring and summertime. The holidays rolling. Easter, then Memorial Day, then 4th of July, then try to get back to the groove of things. Cause last year was a disaster. To tell you the truth, we couldn't do jack. Stay in the house. Child. All right, y'all. So let me wait for more people to come in. All right. So, hey, Dakota, how you doing? All right, y'all. So let me jump right into the intro, and then we can start getting going. And hey, Joyce, how you doing today? And I discussed the lineup, and we're gonna talk about some things before we discuss the lineup. And let's jump right into it. Tracy should be coming in shortly if she's coming. I'm at work. My break is in 1 hour. I'm listening. All right, I hear that. Oh, thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. First super chat. Got 2 super stickers in my first super chat. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, let's see. All right, so let me play the intro, y'all, and get everybody set together. Hey, love you too, Renee. Thank you so much. Oh gosh. Oh man. So how everyone week has been? How's everyone week? Did y'all enjoy your holiday last week? Let's see. Love you too. Love you too. All right, we only gonna get better, y'all. Like we a small family now, and we gonna get bigger. I love it. I love the support. I love it. And I like how y'all vibe with me all the time. Sundays, Monday, y'all here with me. I love it. I like the interaction because sometimes when I do my recorded videos, I do it and then I had to wait for reviews and some people respond on that. It's like that with the live. I like the interaction and connecting and talking. And it's like years ago when I was thinking about YouTube, I should have did it then. But hey, never too late, right? All right, y'all. All right, so the lineup today is, and y'all will catch me on the panel tonight because we missed last week as well for the panel. We was trying to do it last Saturday, but I guess the timing was not good for everyone, so we was end up not doing it because everyone was away, stuff like that. So we will be back tonight, and we have a lot of things to discuss. So join us in the panel at 8 o'clock as well, y'all, 7 o'clock Central. But in my live, we're gonna talk about Sick and Sister Wife because I didn't do the recorded version of the review. And I do appreciate everyone who has supported that Sick and Sister Wife, and it has been many reviews. So I gonna continue doing that and everything, but I missed this week, so I'm just trying to put it on the live. We're gonna do Married at First Sight because we got a couple things to say about those couples. Because I just annoyed. I can't wait till decision day. They need to go decision day and let us be because this 2-hour drag out sections they giving us and they're saying the same thing, and they not being they being surface level and they're not going deep. It's annoying the hell out of me. Because episode 12 last week was bore fest. confession, if y'all watch my review, I fell asleep in most of the episode. I fell asleep in most of the episode, so I gave you the review of what I remember and what I just like. I was so done with it. And this one, I watched it because they sat down with the counselors and we got some more deep into information about these people a little bit. But I do feel like you should get this like on a weekly basis or every 2 weeks where they sit down and counsel and get more. Because it seems like when they together, it's all peaches and cream and peaches and rainbows, and then it's all joyous. And we got not to forgetting the fact that it's an 8-week process. So we need to speed up. Y'all need this conversation and get deep on this because y'all got decision day in the next few weeks. And I'm not convinced none of this couple will make it. The way how some of this information came out, I'm not convinced. So that's me. So we will talk about that when we go talk about Marriage First Sight. Ready to Love, episode 2 came out last week. They gave us a casting special, and we was cracking up and kikiing on the couples and the singles. So we got more information if y'all didn't watch Ready to Love. So we have that. And we're going to talk about Iyanla Fix My Life because y'all know I do Iyanla reviews. And last night, they had Lisa Ray McCoy, part 2 of the conversation. Because last year, she had her sister. The last time, she had her mother and her daughter. At this time, Lisa Ray came by herself. Her daughter didn't come because her daughter said, listen, my time and money is precious. If there's no money coming in, I'm not coming nowhere. I said, oh, okay, Kai, you being a spoiled little brat. That's what you stay with you at. Sure. But yes, but that. So those are shows. Hey, so there, bro, what's going on? How you feeling? How you doing? And I'm looking forward to you joining Mrs. Social Corner tomorrow. Because we're going to talk about role models and celebrities. So that's got to be our topic tomorrow. So first thing first, before we go into the shows, because I'm still waiting. I hear that. That's all you have to do. That's all you got to do. First thing first, before we go into any the reviews yet, because I'm sure, because Tracy, me and her talking, and I know was feeling a little sick and everything, so we'll see if she's able to come in or not. But so we all know, we will talk about this tonight as well, but we all know the rapper legend DMX passed away, so rest in peace to him. And he's in our prayers and everything. I know he's battling things, and I guess he's not suffering anymore, so he's in the Lord's heaven and doing him. And my whole thing about this DMX thing that was annoying me, and I think some of y'all follow me on Instagram, I posted a thing about Claudia Jordan posted something prematurely, and I think a lot of people was doing that and was not getting the information officially, so we finally officially got it from the family. Everybody was jumping the gun. People was jumping the gun heavily. I said, why is everybody so invested in jumping the gun so quickly? It's like, let it be. It's like people saying it and they're deleting the tweets. People saying it and deleting the Instagram. I was like, come on now. So I had to get off when everybody tried to talk about that DMX thing, because I said I was getting very annoyed. I said, where is the family at? And who is not monitoring these accounts or whatever it is that on the information? And people were jumping the gun. And until we finally got officially, I said now is good. But people was straight up saying rest in peace way before he even announced that he was dead. So I was like, I was very annoyed. I hope y'all was annoyed too, because I was definitely annoyed with social media and people. Not even that, the celebrities, the outlets, misinformation, hide that. I was like, come on, y'all. And if it was not for the family, listen, I was getting very annoyed with everybody jumping the gun. And I say, this is a disaster, a very disaster. Because sometimes we usually don't hear a celebrity die until we actually hear the news that they died. Like with Chadwick Boseman died. We didn't know if she just came out. I mean, and then all of a sudden I was like, we know that he was suffering from cancer and all that stuff. And yeah. And and the assistant Tyson, stuff like that, we don't know. But it was DMX. I mean, with Claudia, okay, yes. Technically, he didn't have brain function. But she said it before it was officially announced. That's the thing I had was annoyed by that, because I was like, okay, if you knew it was actually true and it's still true, why delete the tweet? But you deleted because you knew you did it beforehand, that was officially announced. That's what got everybody riled up, because I said that was prematurely that you mentioned it on that side. Even though he had no brain function, we don't know it until it was officially announced. That's how I got messed up. It wasn't just her, it was other people that was saying stuff about his death that was so, it was too much. It was too much until we got the official, and then it's like, okay, it's good. So that's my take on Chloe Jordan on why she announced it so much, because she did, after she posted that tweet, she deleted it right away because she know that was prematurely. So, but we will talk about that more tonight on the panel. So hope y'all get to see y'all there, because that would be one of the news update that we will discuss. All right, what else? And social media updates? Not much. I don't got nothing much of social media right now. That'll be more tonight. Yes, I do feel like it was definitely was sad to me, because I was like, I wouldn't want people, if I was a high celebrity or something like that, to not let my family give the first say and leave the information, and everybody who feel like they need to say something come out and say something way before it was officially announced. That's what I had an issue with. Whether she probably knew information beforehand or not, it was prematurely to me. So I just feel like it was so sad that, and then people want information how he died. He died because of this. He died because of that. It was, I was like, yeah. So that was that. So we'll talk about that then later on. And on the light note, Closeflow may have left Martell. Shit, listen, y'all. It was some information about Coleslaw and Martell making a strawberry letter apology to Melanie that he messed up, and they supposed to get the house together, the side chick and Martell, and I don't know what's going on, but what did she thought she was going to happen? She was always a rebound. Did she thought she was going to get a happy life with him after he just publicly destroyed his marriage to the power couple that he performed with her when he got on television? Did he think that was going to happen? Yes, I said, what did she thought she was going to happen when she got with Martell, and now because she got her baby and all that stuff like that, you thought it was going to happen? Yes, certainly in the Coleslaw. We got that name turned from Funky Donnie, but he named her Coleslaw. Everybody went with that because it is a good analogy. She's the coleslaw that people don't want. You got the main course, and then he went for the freaking 20% coleslaw that people don't really like. And then he decided like that. He started liking that more, and to forget the old 80% that he was getting at home, whatever. Yes. So what she thought was going to happen with Martell? You think it's going to be a perfect stand and husband and be with you? It's like that. I like to call it, just listen if you can and watch the play by play, replay. And to call it, yes, I do agree. She was being disrespectful by telling people his business before the family. She had no right to do that. Yes, she didn't have the right. She did not have the right to do that at all. She should have just shut up until it was officially announced and then put it out there. So, and she got her behind lit up by people on social media. She don't know people are savages on social media. I mean, people get savage. It was us small timers. So imagine the big time people like her. I know she had to shut down. That's what I said. She didn't take a sabbatical for Fox Soul, even though she did. She thought a new episode. Fox Soul, they did a new episode this past week. But I would say she should have took a sabbatical leave. She took a leave of absence. Shut down all social media because how people was coming at him at freaking Claudia. I know she should have said nothing then. Hey. Ooh, what was that? Yes, y'all. So anything else happen? Oh yeah, chat. I didn't get to see the clips, but there is more so it will confirm that baby or there's anything going on, because I remember it was some clips coming out there, but A lot of the lives and stuff, it was 2 hours long, or something long. I need to know what exactly he said. Did he say he confirmed that he knows happened? Did Tisha say anything? Because so I want to know about that baby. He actually does have a child outside of his 3 children he had with Tisha. She should have kept her mouth. Yeah, she should have. She definitely should have kept her mouth closed. Her and any other people, the outlets and stuff like that, who was reporting his death before it was officially announced. Because everybody had their hand in this conversation. Everybody was having a hand in it. And I said that was terrible how they handled this. Because after any other celebrity deaths, we just got the announcement. It was no, and then we find out information after official announcement. Beforehand, everybody was coming with theories and stuff like that, announcing things that it was not even true yet. So, like that. So I just want to know if anybody figured out it's more so it would confirm or deny, or even kept doing what he kept doing. Not saying on that, not confirming or denying. He just gonna let it be. All right. Okay, y'all. Let's jump right into the show because we got a lot of things to discuss. All right. I know as I continue on, more people will come in on the live. All right. So let's share my screen. The first show we're going to talk about is Seeking Sister Wife. So it will be episode 3. Let's do the couple first. Let's do with Tasha sitting in. Ooh. All right, y'all. I don't even know which one is which. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, y'all. Seeking Sister Wife. Y'all know this show comes on Mondays, 8 o'clock on, what was it? TLC. It comes on Monday on TLCs. And 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. No, let me see. Yes, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, because I record the episode at 8 o'clock. Yeah, so it's Seeking Sister Wives. It's basically about polygamous relationships, and all the different families. It's season 3. So this episode, we got 4 couples, but we got to introduce another couple on this one. So we're going to talk about them as well. And this episode, we had Tasha Sidian. And yeah, talk about the transfer app is crazy. Yes, we're gonna talk about that too, because I still can't believe how they're gonna form a relationship with someone. They're gonna talk through an app. That's your whole base relationship, your whole life. What about your phone died and you had no translation? How you gonna communicate? Like how you communicate? No, come on now. That's why I say that. All that we're gonna talk about that. That whole little spill about divorcing Danielle to get back with Roberta. I had said my piece. I think he got well because she was very exotic. Everything. It's a good. Hey, Auntie Mama, what's going on? She was very good and everything, and she's very exotic, Brazilian woman. Is very interested, and he was so excited to be with her. That's all that I feel about it. And Danielle up here looking all distraught. She pretending that she's okay with it, but I don't think she's really okay with it. But we're going to talk about that couple in a minute. But we're going to talk about Tasha City because they ain't get much to this episode. And I was Sunshine say because Sunshine said she don't like this couple. They're kind of boring anyway. So Tasha City. So we know the first wife left the arrangement because when Tasha met Sidian, she was the second wife and Sidian was already married. And then she was on board with it. She was okay. The first wife was okay with it at first until Tasha moved in. And then after a while, she was like, this is too much. I can't. I'm not down with this. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't. So she left. So when the lady left, because at that time, Tasha felt like she was overstepping. And she said, you know what? I'm going to leave this situation because I don't want to cause any disorganization in the household. or disharmony. So I'm going to remove herself. So the first wife and City was there, but the first wife decided she's left anyway. So Tasha came back in the fold. So now those two is working on getting a second sister wife for themselves. And they usually, I know a lot of people find their mates online, and City met Tasha in person. So they decided to continue that same approach. Instead of doing it online, let's meet someone at the bar and everything. So they went at the bar, and they was interested in this bartender named Faith. I said, oh, that's an interesting name to have a girl named Faith who would be interested in polygamy. But hey, each his own. But she said she liked the idea. They was very open about their situation and their status in the relationship. And she said that she don't mind going on a date. It's just a date. It's not like saying I'm going to set myself in agreeing to this, but she's just like that it was honest with her, and it was open, and she's going on a date. I guess it's a free date to get a free meal. Hey, and then discuss, and they say, listen, it's the good thing that we doing the face to face, because if you have any questions, you could just ask us directly, and then we just being online, and it's a fake kind of loyalty that you gotta say your real self online. So she would say, okay, gave her a number, and she's okay with that. She said she liked that. She's very open to a lot of ideas, so she's not closed-minded of it. But she's gonna go on a date. So if y'all have anything about these couple, I don't know, because they ain't get much. So we'll see next week if they give us any more in-depth situation. Hopefully, maybe Faith will be the second potential sister wife, or it'd be a failure. But Tasha was so excited, she couldn't stop cheesing throughout the whole time at the bartender thing, and sitting there and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, so excited, so excited. I said, listen, she was so interested because of the free date. I don't think she's going to be really into that borders that thing, but she was open, so I can't knock her hustle and knock her thing. But I was like, it's just a free day. It's not like I'm setting my life with your asses. But shoot. So that's that. It wasn't much about Tasha and Sidian, so I won't move though. Any comments about them? Let's move on to the next person. Tasha Sidian. All right. Oops. All right, y'all. So we got a new couple that was introduced of this season. They was on the previews, but we was not formally introduced to them yet. But it seems like they were probably returning, because it seemed like they had a long history. Because the way they tell their story it was more to this story that I probably missed. Hey, Cola, what's going on? So, sis? Oh yes, y'all. Congratulations in order. Cola she got monetized, so we were so happy, everything. So I was happy our sis got monetized. So we was like, yes, join the families, and we can all get the money and help each other out and grow successfully, y'all. So I'm happy that she's monetized. Okay, y'all. So if anybody got information about this couple, because probably some of y'all can remember, I didn't see the previous seasons. So love you too, Cola. And y'all can tell me more input of this couple while I'm discussing them. So we have the Winders. And we have Colton. He's the only husband, of course. We got Tammy right here. She's the first wife. And they have a daughter named Sadie together. And we got Sophie. Oh, that's her name, right? Yeah, Sophie. She's the second wife. And she currently 7 months pregnant with a baby boy. So, and they say that Sadie their daughter is very happy that she's gonna be a bigger sister, so she's ready for her baby boy to be born and everything. So they discussed it as when they first started together with Tammy and Colton together, they was introducing the idea of polygamy. And they mentioned that how they're independent Mormon individualists. I said, oh, that's kind of a long-term kind of term y'all trying to present yourself. They're in Utah, and I guess at that time, before in the past, Utah was very illegal to do polygamy. But and there's a faction, I think it's kind of still kind of in, but it's not a jail sentence. I think it's more like a violation. If they get caught, a fine, like a traffic violation. So it's good for them to do it now, back in the past. But I said, oh, okay. That's something serious. So at the time, Sophie and Tammy, it was an adjustment for Tammy to introduce Sophie in the picture because the communication between those two is kind of not great, but they're getting better. At the time when they was starting dating and got Sophie in this situation, they was living in separate houses. So at one time they had to go to together, and then they go visit Sophie, and then after they visit Sophie, then they go back to their own house, and they was doing that back and forth for a while now until they decided to get their own house together, big enough so they can have a big space for future children, and as well as have a separate space where if Colton be with Sophie, Tammy wanted to hear what the hell they going on in the bedroom, and it's vice versa. If Colton is with Tammy, Sophie won't hear, and it's like that. And I kind of feel like Tammy is adjusting a little bit about Sophie being pregnant, but I do feel like she's not fully happy about it. I don't know, that's a vibe I'm getting for Tammy. It's like she excited that her family extended in some way, but I don't think she's really too excited that Sophie's being pregnant. And if so, I think she might have some resentment and a little jealousy because, okay, he was my husband first. He came along, and I know we agreed on this situation, but it's different now. The product of this is you having a baby, and the baby's coming in a couple of weeks, 7 months. So it's like, I don't know. And then we found out more that they introducing a third person named Kimberly. And they have been talking to her for like a couple of months now, for 6 months. And Sophie has been the main contact between Kimberly and the Wisdors, Tammy and Colton. And yes, because I said this show. I do feel too, it is too deep to me. Because I was like, it's one thing to have a sister wife that enter your family, but it's another thing to have that second sister wife get pregnant and expand the family. And it's just like, and it's not legally binding. It just in their own household, their mind. So Sophie could leave any minute. It's like that. So he only technically legally married to Tammy. So it's like that, and then that connection with Sophie and Tammy. That Tammy, she like to hold things in, right? Yes, she like to hold things in. And Sophie, on the other hand, she's very direct with her approach and the communication. So maybe Tammy might say, oh, yes, I'm okay. But at the deep down inside, she said, no, I don't like that. I don't like that this bee is pregnant. I don't like this. I hate that. I hate this situation. I hate that I had to go along with it because we decided to go along with it. Now we're too deep into it and we can't backtrack because the baby's on their way, all that stuff like that. Maybe she will come around in the future. But now, in that moment, I can feel that she is not too happy. That's what I'm getting from her vibe. And I think in the preview, she stated that she wasn't too excited for that. All right, the original wife is, let me see. Cola said, right, one of the polygamy chicks are happy when the baby comes. None of the polygamy chicks are happy when the baby comes. Then that's the way. Yes, it is. Because now it's like, that'll focus on Sophie and her baby now because they're going to be newborn and it's not going to be their daughter Sadie, who's the firstborn with Tammy. Tammy, one right here, the one who's not pregnant, who's the right of Colton. with the blue blouse, blue sweater on, burgundy. That's Tammy. That's the first wife. Sophie with his pink and the longest hair is the second wife, Sophie. Yeah. Yes, CM. This is Tammy. She's the first wife with the blue sweater on, and then Sophie is the second wife with the pink kind of sweater on a long dress. She's the one pregnant. She's the second wife. So that's why I feel like Tammy's going along with the ride, but I don't think she's gonna be too excited at that. And then the fact that they're trying to add a third person in, I would say y'all doing the most. It's already enough that Tammy and Sophie is just not getting along in some aspect, even though their communication is still shaky a little bit, and they live in the same house. Yes. Thank you, Renee. Yes, that is a lot. Momo, it is a lot. That is too much. Definitely too much. And yeah. And then they're gonna add a third person named Kimberly. Now, Kimberly, she's like 30, like early 30s, and she's in North Carolina. So they introduced her, and they just into those two, and now they asked her to come and visit because they say if she decided to say no, then we just gonna cut all ties with Kimberly because we already have established it. So Kimberly said yes, and I didn't get her picture yet because when she comes to the scene, I'll try to see if I get her picture. But she said yes, and she wanted to see them, and she's excited to see them. But I think a video conversation looked like it was very awkward. Like they was trying to wait to say something, but she's staying there waiting for them to say something. They sitting there waiting for her. I said, "Damn, if y'all been talking for 6 months, where's the conversation at? Like, come on, y'all. That conversation was very awkward." So she said yes, she gonna come, and Sophie said she wants them to come, Kimberly come before she has the baby, because when the baby come here, it's gonna be a lot. So she gonna come. So I don't know how that goes, but it seemed like this couple is returning. Was this couple a past previous season? I know a lot of y'all watched the previous season. Was this couple's previous? Because it seemed like their storyline is long history and it's not just this thing. So maybe it was because I'm looking at pictures. It seemed like they have a growth of looking different, and it was a thing. So maybe this couple is not a new really couple. This is a returning couple. All right. Let's move on for these people. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let's move on from that. Let's go on to Dimitri and Ashley. Ooh. Okay, let's do that. Thank you. All right, so yeah, it's all Momo. I know I watched it before too. So people on the chat might give us more idea. I said what Takola said, where the couples are getting it wrong to become a sister wife, the husband is supposed to be able to take care of all of the financially, and they're supposed to have their own house. Oh, okay. Listen, I would feel the same. I would feel I want to get my own house too. To all live in the same together, I don't know. That would be too much. Yes, I do agree that he should be able to take care. If he can't take care of him financially, it ain't no sense to be us being sister wives. And I will agree. If I would come ever assist, no, I can't be a sister wife. If say for example, I was approached by two guys who wanted me to be a third, it's like that. I would get my own place. I don't. We're not staying all together like that. I don't know on y'all that quickly. I'll just stay in my own place until maybe down in the future, or that's like that. So I would say I would multi husband couple or where everyone's together because the balance is low. Yes, yeah. I do agree. We got to see some more variety because I know that other examples of polygamists out there, not just a husband and all these different wives, but the show is 6 wives, so that's the center foundation of it. So let's see. Yeah. Thank you, Alaz. And some of y'all might become a moderators soon too, so I might have to put y'all on it. I gotta go on the thing and add y'all in. So when we get bigger, I got multiple people. All right. Okay, y'all. So Dimitri and Ashley. Yes, I agree too. I would like to get know someone better, and before I settle down into that situation and just jump right into it. Because I do agree that the person who's before me will feel type of way about all this stuff. Yes, and also share it, y'all. Share the video. That's how I get my name out there and also like that. Yeah, it just like I could feel the person that be so resisting and only pleasing because the husband want to go on it and they want to lose their husband and all stuff like that. So to me to jump right into it and all that stuff like that, it's a lot. And I don't know how many years. I think they have been years because it seemed like they established a long-term relationship with Tammy and Kim, Sophie, that they was able to get pregnant and she lost like that. But there's new Kimberly coming on. I don't know how this going to work out with her. Had 3 people. It seemed like he barely holding on with Tammy and Sophie. Let's him stick those 2 and let's have his journey with just those 2 and not nobody else. But speaking of that, another person who have a 3-person circus, which I don't think that was going to even happen, let alone and with this couple. But Dimitri and Ashley. So we come to find out that Crystalline, she came and they're having a good time. They're having a really great time with her. She's very connected with the kids. She's very hands-on with the kids because they say they like that the kids bonded to her very, especially one of the daughters. She was holding that daughter, and that daughter was in her arms throughout the whole episode. I said, "Can y'all sit her down?" I mean, somewhere, but that baby was liking Crystalline, and she was holding on that baby during the whole thing. I said, that's a plus because you're gonna need the help, and then especially if she's good with children and the children sense the energy of adults. And the fact that that baby was like a Crystalline and was holding on to her, and they're good. They went to beaches. They went to a lot of things together. They went on a lot of dates, and she was only there for a week. And so she's leaving. So they had a one night. They did the salsa classes and had a good time. And they mentioned a lady named Taylor. So I'm thinking, I said, okay, maybe because she said she talked to her daughters before, and she hoped that her daughters they stayed until the family. So I was like, okay, did you show Taylor? I said, what? She gonna show a booty picture or a booty shorts to a girl, her daughter, that she was on the beach? That's not making any sense. But I find out, no, the Taylor is actually another potential sister wife that they are talking to. I said, how y'all go for Vanessa when y'all really was heartbroken for a year and a half that she left y'all? Because y'all told me that Ashley had so many rules of what to do and what not to do, or how to handle this, and how to be with Dimitri and so like that. To go from that and have a breakup for a year and a half to get 2 people down, I said, how she went for that? And then you think she was so much in control last time. What makes you think she will be any different this time when she have 2 more people with her vying for her husband and everything? So it's a lot. So that Crystalline is leaving, and before that, they make Taylor. Taylor have no kids, and I don't think she never been married before. So she's a single woman, and how they met her? I think she met her online, and it was those 3 and everything. Same thing. I think 2 months after dating Crystalline, they started calling Taylor as well. And then she found out information, and she started liking her herself. So now they got Crystalline and Taylor, who've never been in a polygamous relationship, or very excited about the idea. And then the fact that they find out they love that Taylor loves children. That's like, even though she had kids on her own, but she liked the idea that kids there and all stuff like that. And she's asked about them when they had the video conference. So, what that? And then Crystalline and Taylor has been constantly talking, mostly on an everyday basis. Because when they was talking to Crystalline, they told her that they was dating someone else named Taylor, And then when they connected Taylor and Crystalline, Taylor was okay with that. Crystalline was okay with that, and they started talking together. So I said, okay, Crystalline and Taylor gonna be really close. But how's that gonna work with Ashley? Because why y'all telling me how she is? How that gonna work out? Do y'all go see that go working well? Because Ashley seems like she's, oh my gosh, everything's alignment, everything's so well. It's like it's better than we got one person than we had two other people, and it's all three of us, and it's, everything's so aligned, and it's all this. I was like, okay, you're in the marital bliss right now, girl, but I don't know how that gonna work out compared to what y'all was telling me how she was before. So to have two people, and then the preview seemed like one will have a morning schedule, D schedule, and one will have the evening D schedule, and how they gonna actually go fit in. I don't know. I was like, oh. How y'all feel about this couple so far? Because I was not ready for that. I mean, based on the preview, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know it was that quickly, though. I thought it was going to be, I don't know. I didn't know they was courting both of them at the same time. So I was like, y'all really go from a whole year and a half heartbroken to dating two people at the same time. I said, y'all go ahead. Sure. Oh, yeah, y'all told me that. And Lord said Ashley could control their cooch and their diet. She's okay. Oh, she said, this give me love of hip hop. Yeah, Aqua and Tiara Marie, yes. Because Tiara Marie, sure that she didn't know she was walking herself into. And that freaking the first wife and the second wife, who they really get along themselves. I said, that was a full clown situation. And Tiara said, oh my God, no. I said, girl. You act like you bad surprised because you behind him. I know I'm pretty sure that he was to tell her the whole truth. But now do you do? Shall they'll have their hoax phase after the breakup. Yeah. Right at the moment that was funny. Yeah, they was having a whole phase. Because I don't know how they jumped from year and a half heartbroken. Vanessa left us. That was a soulmate. And it was devastating for us. Devastating like this, like that for a year and a half. Then we dated two women. I said, how'd that happen? How's that happen? I said, no, it'd be one. Not two. Because y'all wanted to see that we want to balance out. And now y'all feel like that Crystalline and Taylor is good. So now y'all trying to make, I don't know. If any one of us will try to get in a situation, that could be no more than just two people. It could be just Ashley and probably Crystalline. Taylor would have to find somebody else because it's too much. It's too much. I couldn't handle juggling too many people like that, or even try to be in a situation with somebody juggling too many of us are like that. I don't know. I just find it so weird that that happened. So Crystalline is leaving. And Dimitri is kind of worried because she's going back home and she's in a whole little country. So maybe she might just say, hey, it was good while it lasted, but I might forget about this. I ain't going back to that and everything. But she's very excited and she wants to see how this goes. So while she's going back home, they're going to have a visit with Taylor. And I think somewhere down the line in the future, both Crystalline will come back and Taylor will come, and they're gonna have that whole thing and see how this dynamic will treat all the four of them will be. Okay, and let's see how it goes if they make it successfully. How we work with Crystalline's two daughters that she has back home, and if she's out there coming to America, how that will work. I don't know. It seems like it's a lot in my brain right now to even think about all of that. But tell me how y'all feel about Ashley Dimitri, and then before we talk about Garrick, Danielle, and Roberta. If not, let's stop that right there, y'all. Who is it? Okay. Yeah, this is the best picture. I couldn't get another picture, so I'm gonna continue using this picture till there's a better picture come out there, y'all. All right, so we got Garrick, Roberta, and Danielle. So y'all know how I feel about this situation. And we all kind of agree that Danielle, you were stupid to get that divorce. with no contract in place. Because ain't no other way that I'm going to be married to you for 13 years. And the only way to get a chick that y'all can't understand without a phone in your hand from another country to be a sister wife. And the only way she comes to the country with a K1 visa, a fiance visa, and after the fiance here, I get married in 30 days. And no guarantee he will leave you with anything if you decide to say, you know what, I want to be with Roberta full time and I don't want you anymore. Not with a chick that we can't understand through a phone. No, I can't. And then what make me feel bad is like when they had that court meeting and she was very devastated and crying, and he sitting there like it was no tomorrow, like he was so waiting for that divorce to happen. It seemed like he was emotional. You know you wasn't, and it seemed like you were emotional to me. She up here boo-hoo crying, and he was like, I would say, where's the motion, fool? Where's the motion? I don't see no emotion coming out for you. If you say you was emotional in confessionals, where's the emotion at? You sit there very stoic while she's up here crying her eyes out. And I know he might feel a little bad, but it is a show. Granted, not everybody had to cry. Not everybody cried, but at least so something in effect that she's crying that you're getting divorced after 30-something years to get this girl in a freaking country. It had no contract in place. If I were Danielle, I said, no, okay, we're going to get this divorce, but I need to have this, I need to have that, I need to have this, I need to have that. If you leave me, this is going to happen. If you leave, this is going to happen. If she get pregnant, I need to have. No, we need to have a contract. And if he wanted to get this divorce, and if he wants this girl to come to the country so badly because he liked the exoticness, then he needs to sign that paper because there's no freaking negotiation without this contract signing. And she will have to be, y'all will have to keep meeting in Mexico because how the hell she could come to Mexico? Oh, well, whatever. They keep meeting in Mexico without a travel visa. I don't know how she's there. So she go to Mexico. Y'all would have to just leave in Mexico or live in Mexico, and y'all can be with her that way. So you had to get the divorce. But now you got divorced. Now you got to try and bring her in. So, child. So now they on to Mexico meeting Roberta. It's gonna be eight days. Or 8 nights, whatever, 8 nights, 9 days, whatever. There's gonna be a couple of days there in Mexico meeting Roberta. And he gonna spend all the 8 nights in the room with Roberta while Danielle in the next room. So you mean to tell me you divorced your first wife to put her in the room next to you so you could spend 8 nights banging this chick out? Or whatever you try to do. Child. I'm just full of emotion with Danielle. And she try to play it off like she's happy. And also, like Roberta's not a bad lady. She's not a very snipeful little woman because she is, throughout the episode, she was checking in with Danielle, say, how you feeling? How's this? How you feeling? Because I know she know how it feels that she's married, that she got to get divorced. So even though her own language, they did translate it for us. But at the same time, she's like, I know it's apprehensive, her. I know how she feel, everything. So she was checking on Danielle, how you feel. And Danielle said, I'm okay, I'm good. I said, girl, you're not okay. The facial pressures you making, it was not saying like he was okay. The fact that he had to spend that 8 nights in that room, and you see them kissing while after you guys came back from the card, and they was kissing at the floor and hugging, and you was looking at them. Staying there for a while, looking at her. I was like, ooh, Dad, yeah, I feel you, girl. I feel you, girl, because you were standing out there real hard. And said, I know this guy is not kissing up on the floor. And he said it feel weird because it's adjustment. I said, adjustment? Yes, it's adjustment. You get divorced that quickly. You meet this girl, he gonna stay tonight. And she said she got to get canceling headphones so she won't hear the having sex. I was like, and you know how y'all watch the episode, how funny how he was describing Roberta? Oh, I like her skin. She smelled nice. Her long jack hair. This is that. And this, that. and this, that, and this, that. I said, you got so much adjective for a girl that y'all just meet and you had no conversation with a phone. You have conversations with a phone. Y'all having too much adjective. You need to drop that adjective. Drop the adjective right now, or I'll duck you in the face, because we not having too many adjectives describing this shit. I mean, I guess I'm being very vocal and jealous right now, but it just seems so crazy that this happened. I just don't know how to go. I just feel she's going through a lot of emotions right now. The fact that she's not gonna think that she's not gonna be jealous and envious of this relationship, and like I said, how can you communicate with a girl through a phone? Like, what if one day your phone died and you can't know how to communication? How are you gonna handle that? How you gonna handle that? All you gonna do is kissing and talking and trying to say I love you, love you, love you, hugging all day till y'all get a phone that works so you can translate. Child. Like I said, everybody better off that they knew Portuguese, that I'd be understanding, but at the same time, the situation is still messed up because they had to get divorced, which I can't find. Is there no other way without getting a divorce? If that's the only way, that's what she had a contract. Yeah, y'all, shoot. Or the adjective, and then they was in the room and they said, how you feeling, Danielle? You okay? And how you feel? We were in the next room or something like that. And they asked the producers, asked Roberta how you know how to feel, or so we gotta be quiet. Yeah, we gotta be quiet because you know she's next door, everything. And Danielle, so I said, Danielle, you wear your freaking. And I don't want to see how Gary don't see that Danielle is really not that fond with this right now. I mean, she says she's so happy when she was with him by himself in a van, but now Roberta is there, her mood is just like shifted. And I do understand because this is really, I don't know. He just so seemed excited to be with this girl. And for what? Granted, yes, they had been talking to Roberta for a while now. So it's not like it just a drop down night, this chick that just met. They have been talking for a while. So, but at the same time, like what commonalities? Now, what I understand from Roberta is that she always felt that it was something missing and everything because she public school or that stuff like that, but she just never felt like just having just a single man wife relationship. So when she came across about this and she met Gavin and Danielle and stuff like that, she really was excited about that, and so that's when she got into the polygamy and all that stuff like that. But I said maybe she thought this was destined for her because she herself felt like she wasn't that traditionalist of the man and woman lifestyle. So I guess that's why they connected so well. But I know I said a lot, but how y'all feel about this thing? Because I don't know. The man what Gavin was describing Roberta was too much adjective, and Danielle being all jealous into the way and feel nervous about this. And then the fact that he gonna spend 8 nights in the room next to her. The wall is right there. And then she got to hear him having sex next to her. I don't know. It'd be better if he had a threesome if you're gonna be that damn to worry about it. Shit, girl. That's what I was saying. But no, but they did say it was no intimacy between Danielle and Roberta. It was gonna be just a sister wife situation. But mind you, when they first met, they did kiss in the mouth. So I don't know how close to the mouth. It was close to it, to the point. Because Roberta kissed Gavin, then they kissed each other, and then Danielle kissed Roberta. I was like, for real. I said, no, say it to the cat. Yeah. Oh. I hope they end up together because he is garbage. Yeah. You talking about Garrick? Or you talking about the last couple? Garrick? I don't know. He does seem garbage. The fact he would throw his wife to like that in 13 years and give her no reassurance. And Roberta said that. She said, I know his apprehensive that it just so crazy to get divorced and got to marry me and all that stuff. And she just want to know if she going to be okay and not be left out. And I said it's good for the brother to even think of their feelings. Because I don't need Gavin did anything. And you know it's funny that he started having all that emotions when he had that dinner with his brother or her brother and sister-in-law and family. And he said, and we might have to move if it comes down to it, if she can't come to the country. And he was all crying. I said, well, you crying? You crying now, but you didn't cry in a divorce. I said, boy, don't get cut in the throat. Like you was showing your ass and that freaking crying that dinner scene, and you wasn't crying before. And now you act like you all distraught and hurt about it. Boy, bye. Ooh, okay, I better hope she doesn't disappear. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she could just get married to this guy and say, oh, I'm illegally to the United States now. Bye, Garrick. And then Danielle gonna be like, I know she didn't. And Gavin gonna feel dumb. Like I said, yeah. Cause she got the ring now, she married, and she said, oh, now I'm legally married now. I'm in the United States. I got options now. I got options. Because I know some people in the United States will know how to talk Portuguese. And we have to talk to the phone. So I'm going to get my way in and I can leave y'all behind. And I hope that's not going to happen. But it seems like that's going to go down the road. Maybe I'll be wrong, y'all. But the way how I feel, I just don't feel great about this situation at all. Don't feel great about it at all. But that was Secret Sister Wife, y'all. So it's interesting, y'all. I will continue watching it, and I will still do reviews on it. So it's very interesting. Like I said, Secret Sister Wife has been good reviews on my channel. So I'm going to continue posting it. I didn't even think it was going to be that great because every time I introduce a new show, it don't get that much views because I'm still a small YouTuber. But it's picking up, y'all. So, and I guess that, and a lot of people are interested in the show and everything. So anything that talk about polygamy, people will drive into it. All right, the next show is Married at First Sight. Yes, I'm listening to like Tracy today. Maybe Tracy had a lot of things going on today and she can't make a retreat thing. But hey, let's do it. All right, y'all. Married at First Sight. And guess what? I have finally... No, hold up. No, sorry. All right, y'all. I forgot to share my Secret Sister Wife review. If y'all didn't watch that, take that. And also going to share my Married at First Sight review. And get going with that. All right, y'all. So bear with me because I did an overlay. I finally figured out how to do overlay because I know sometimes it'd be crazy getting all these tabs and getting all these pictures and stuff like that. And I was able to work this out last night. So hopefully be good. So it might cover my face a little bit, but y'all will still see me. Hey, y'all see that? Yes, it's on my face, y'all. So I'm trying to click out here and there. So this is Paige. And you know it's crazy when I try to do a transparency background for the men, it did not want to clear the men pictures out. I kept trying and it would not clear it out. I said, you freaking people, Canva, but I love Canva though. This is Paige, and I put their names on y'all. So when I talk about these people, y'all know who I'm discussing. This is Paige. This is Haley, Virginia, Brianna, Clara. Oops. Lion name is got cut off. Bottom bubble. Hold up, y'all. Yes. Wait, let me hide it real quick. This is Ryan. This is Eric. This is Vincent. This is Jacob. And this is Chris, y'all. Married at First Sight. I know a lot of y'all watched this show. So, I didn't review. Wait. No, I did review last week. It is up there. I just shared it. I know what I'm saying. I did review last week, but I didn't review this week. So I said, let me just do that live. Because I reviewed last week, even though it was boring, because I said, y'all is not going deep enough for me. Y'all is not. Let me pick it off real quick before we go about the day. Let me see. Let me hold up, y'all. Let me take it off real quick. Y'all not going up deep enough for me. Y'all not going. Y'all all surface level. Y'all playing in our faces, act like everything's okay. Y'all all the great. All these couples get in front of these freaking counselors and say, "Oh, yeah, we had this. We had this. Oh, we were great. Everything's all right, and we are going to be perfect. Y'all did a good job." No, they did not do a good job. So stop lying to their faces. Tell them the truth. They did not do a good job matching all y'all couples. After this episode, I feel like none of y'all good well. If y'all work on something, then that's fine. Even Brianna and Vincent, when I have high hopes on them, when this situation happened about the kids and stuff like that, I could see it all in his face that he was very frustrated with the news that she gave. Because I feel like y'all sitting here playing our faces, having all this good time, and when y'all do have discussions of topics, y'all don't go deep enough. Y'all only got 8 weeks to make decision day. This is not a normal kind of marriage. So we need to see some more stuff and go into it. Yes, it might be say, oh, you gotta take their time. They can't have their time to take. They only got 8 weeks since they got married to find out they're gonna continue to get married. So we need to have fast crash course of all the issues that could break up a marriage. Children, religion, spirituality, sexuality, all that stuff. Yes, sir, there. All the guys is a strong now. Mostly, yeah. I do like Jacob, but Jacob has his faults as well. But he just got paired with a bad girl. He did. Yeah. It's like that. Excuse me. And okay. So I just don't feel like these people are giving us the real thing. And I like this episode because they each got able to sit down with the counselors and speak their real truth of how they're feeling. Because a lot of us going there and the counselors act like it's all peaches and rainbows. And it's not peaches and rainbows. It's not all good, clear. It's not Skittles. It's not Cadazzle. Yes, y'all got married at the Blitz and also like that, and having someone that y'all decided to get married to. But at the same time, you got 8 weeks to decision day, and this episode is less than 3 weeks. So less than 3 weeks before decision day, a lot of y'all haven't go deep enough to determine if this person be right for you. Y'all scared to talk to each other, especially Clara. She's scared to tell him her true feelings, but yet she's over here, her girlfriend. I said, Dan, why you can't do that for Ryan, who figures sure? Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, okay, dumbass. But that's what I'm saying. So I was like, I can't. And those two got my nerve because it seemed like they two got together and say, look, when we go to the front of these counselors, say we are 10 out of 10, we are great, y'all patch as well. And then all of a sudden, it's all this turmoil, all these red flags that we see in, but they act like they glorifying and overlook it and saying that they are perfect. The fact that y'all say y'all perfect is now that y'all not perfect. Okay. So let's go down the line, y'all. Virginia, Eric. And while I'm talking about this couples, y'all could chime in and stuff like that because I want to try to make this more interactive and not just me just talking, y'all. So let me see. Oh, the comment, y'all. Let's go Eric, Virginia. This is Eric right here. It's got taken off by the name. This is Eric in Virginia. So the names is there. All right. I'm kind of upset that the counselors were so focused so much on her drinking, which could be a problem in the relationship, but not so much on the controlling factor. Because I don't know how y'all feel, but being with someone who's very controlling is just as dangerous being with someone who drinks a lot. Because when someone who drinks a lot, they can cut that off. And they can shut down and not drink it for a while. And it seemed like this cast of episodes, Virginia has not been drunk to the point that we see that she was when she the honeymoon and the marriage. And some of the conversations they do have arguments with, they're a little intoxicated because that bedroom scene that Eric had with Virginia, y'all cannot tell me he was not still hangover. He was still not drunk to the point that he was so giving killer vibes and they're looking at her like she's the messed up one. Being with someone who's controlling is just as bad. So the fact that he feels the need that he has to be the father to her dog, when the dog don't know you, and it's her dog. You need to discipline the dog. You need to train the dog. And it's not just about the dog, y'all. It's just about how he thinks that's generalized. Like he needs to be thinking, we married now, so everything's yours, it's mine, and I need to control this. This needs to be this way. I had to have this way, and it's gonna be this way, and it's that way. I know how marriage is. And it seems like he likes to control Virginia to the point that she has her own mind, and then he gets upset when she doesn't agree with his stuff like that. And then to the point he will keep nicking, he will keep picking, he will keep picking, he will keep picking, he will keep picking until she agrees to somewhere he's saying, and then he'll calm down, and then they have sex, and then they go good again. That's not a good thing, because he said that strong desire of wanting you. I need you to want me to the point that you need to depend on me. Depend on me, because she has her own job. She doesn't need his money financially and all that stuff like that. So the fact that she's not waiting hands or foot, she like to hang out with her friends. Yes, she's younger than him and she does drink. That could be an issue. But I don't think that's much of an issue to me to feel like that overshadows his controlling nature. And I feel like that's going to be a problem in relationship if she do not get a hold of herself and know herself enough that she just won't accept anything that he do. And I'm glad that she won't be fast enough to get pregnant by him, because if he's controlling now when they don't have kids, imagine how it is when they do have kids. And mind you, he's a pilot. He's away for 3 or 4 days of the week, 15 days on and 15 days off. Half of the month he's away, and half of the month he's home. So in every week he's gone for 4 days, 3 or 4 days. So it's like, it's like, how can we work that out? And he's gone for most of the time, so she go mainly be at home. So when she come out, it's like, yes, you're gonna have your downtime, but you're gonna put it on her. And this fact that he has past relationships, he feel like he knows the remedy, because all his past relationships, people had cheated on him. So just that he has that, he feel like he needs to control how things is, because she does like to drink and she does like to hang out with her friends, and he has a whole problem with that. So that's an aspect of that. So yesterday, I can't deal with that either. And she said she don't like that he's have ultimatums. And he does see that, because he said, oh yeah, I didn't mean it that way. I said, what do you mean? Because you just couldn't say that, oh, if we don't have children, that's a deal breaker, we done. And you don't say stuff like that, especially if you know she's very fearful of having children and scared being a bad mom. The fact that she had the conscious knowing that she don't want to mess up being a bad mom, knowing, and the pastor said that you will be a good mom because you want to make sure you're good for your kids, and you don't want to mess up and do the same mistakes that your parents did to you. Or at least your reputation that you have growing up. So I think she will be a good mom, and I think she will change for the better if she has children. It's just the fact that she needs to be comfortable with the person she's with, that she know that she could have children, and know that he won't leave her or he will control her and make her feel like she gets stuck in the house and be traditional, because he is kind of conservative and very traditionalist. So we'll see how that is. Yeah. Yes, it could be worse. And the fact that they say that, oh, we so good, everything's what? Yes, y'all got sexual connection. Yes, y'all had sexual chemistry. We can't knock that. Y'all have that. But that's not enough. Y'all don't go deep down into religion. Y'all don't go deep down to some social issues that he said that, oh, I have very militaristic, conservative ideas, and your issues are your issues. And that's that. I said, oh, what that means. You can't meet me halfway. So, and he said he don't like that she's too independent. I said, oh, because you want her dependent on you. That's what you want. Because she hangs out. She has her own job. She do all that stuff. And then he said about the weekends. All right. Doctor said, can you ask her, how about 1 weekend a month? Can you just be just me and you? Well, that's reasonable. So that means that she won't have to drop everything she's doing, because I feel like once you get married, you don't need to stop everything. You do need to change some things. But what makes you happy before you get in a relationship, you should continue to do that to when you get married. I feel like people say like, oh, once I get married, all I gotta get away, go like, no, you keep some of your stuff because you don't know how the marriage will end up. You drop everything you used to be happy for to please someone that could just to have the man, and then you unhappy yourself and you stop all that stuff going. Nobody's saying she needs to stay drunk, be passed out drunk on couches. That's the issue though, because you're married. But the fact y'all just knowing each other, y'all just only know each other for that. Y'all don't know so well. So she needs to continue her schedule. And she said she needs to plan things. So yes, let's plan it out. Let's plan this weekend we be together. And I do understand when he says sometimes stuff might happen, you need to cancel your plans. Yes, granted. When you make plans, if something happens in your marriage, you need to stop the plans, or it happens. But to me, I know how y'all feel. It's to me that Eric and Virginia can make plans, and when she is time for her to do her own thing, he always gonna have an issue. Oh no, why you going out? Why this is that? I need you home. I need you that. And that nipping that on her constantly, I'm going a lot on them because I just don't like this controlling nature, and it's gonna be a lot. And if they don't sit there, and I don't like how they really make it seem like, oh, you talking to her about the drinking, talking about about the drinking. Yes, the drinking could be an issue, but where's the controlling? Y'all know he's controlling. Y'all see that. But nobody mentioned that. So it's like, oh, do this. And make her feel bad for going out. So she gonna start canceling all her plans. This will be home. This will be home. Which this is finally her time to be away with her friends, to get away from the marriage, to de-wine. Because you're gonna need that sometimes. Every married couple gonna need a de-wine to be with their friends and stuff like that. But the fact that you make the plans and you finally have that plans and they're going to always have an issue with going out to make the plans, I would not like that. I would not like that at all. So, and they asked each other what marriage looked like for you, because he has his own deal what marriage is supposed to look like, and we already see how he feel like. He feel like, oh, it needs to be weed. It's just like the homeless situation. I do grant it. Yes, she's renting and he's owning. So the best option would be with someone who owns their own place. But I do feel with Virginia, y'all just in this 8-week process. Y'all don't even know y'all gonna stay together. So why do I feel like I had to move into your house right away? No, let's get our own place together where we both could build on that. It's like that. So I just don't like how it feels. Just feel like it's his way or the highway. Like you say, he trying to compromise. But how much are you compromising? Because every time you coming out your mouth, it's always like, this way. I like it this way. It got it this way. If you don't like it, you can leave. He always threatened that. You don't like it, you can leave. You don't like it, you leave. I said in my review, if you keep saying that, I would be glad to leave. I said, oh, you say nothing but word. I'll be out of here. I'll be out. Because you're not going to keep saying that in my face, and I ain't going to be leaving. Yes, Renee, I do agree. I do agree about that. So, yeah, she's not going to want to come home if you're going to keep doing that. She's not going to want to come home if you're going to keep controlling that nature. Yes, I do agree that she needs to cut down on drinking, but I do feel, I don't know how y'all feel, but lately, this past couple of episodes, Virginia has not been that drunk to me. It seemed like it was him being more of the substance drinker, and look like she's been the drunk, and she has been sobering up. So I know she can handle her drink, and I know she's not gonna be over drinking that much because she hasn't been drinking. Unless she should have high tolerance of drinking that she could handle herself. Because it seems like he'd be more slush than what she is. She was only slush with the beginning of the weeks with the honeymoon and stuff, and he seemed more slush now. So who can't handle the liquor? It seems like he can't handle it. It seems like their arguments in alcohol. Yes, you can't have serious arguments with alcohol in your systems. That's why I tell people, don't have serious arguments when you're drinking. Save that when you're sober. Yes, Renee, she has been doing better. She hasn't been really drunk like that to make it seem like it's all about her drinking. She knows how to stop it when she stopped to go. She knows that. And I don't like how they make her treat like she's a little girl. Yes, she has some things. She like to hang out with her friends and parties. She's still young. And when you do in your 20s, you like to hang out and party. Yes, it is sad that she decided to sign up for the show to get married. But I don't think she should just drop everything and make changes all for him. And he's not bending his little side of his deal. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I can't be with someone like that. And at first, I used to like Eric. And at first, in my reviews, I say I don't know much about him being controlling to even know to give an opinion. But now I'm seeing it. He's very controlling. It's a classic sign of controlling, and that's not going to be working well. But yeah, it's her drink is the problem. Yeah, y'all get out of here with that. All right, let's go Brianna Vincent. All right, y'all. This is Brianna right here. I'm on name there. This is Vincent. All right. This is one of the couples I feel like was good, and I think they're gonna make it if they know how to communicate better. But this counseling session revealed some things that I feel like if they don't really handle the communication styles and they don't really handle the differences in the lifestyle and they come to common ground, they're not gonna work it out. They're not gonna work it out at all. So they talk about finances, right? We know Vincent has his new business, so he's very more frugal with his money. Not because he just don't want to spend money, it's just that he think about the future. So when we have kids, when we have that, when we have this, we need to think about more saving and build for the future than just spending right now. Now, on Brianna, on the other hand, she knows the aspect of saving, but she feel like if I work hard for my money, I'm going to spend my money. Yes, I do have to understand we got to work it out by cutting some corners, but we don't need to cut some corners too much that we stop the enjoyment of entertaining each other and courtship and all that stuff. Because we still getting to know each other. Just because we sign up to get married, but in 8 weeks, we still short term. So it's not like we know each other that well to go heavy into focus on the future too much. So I do agree, but I do understand that you can't over splurge sometimes, especially when you think about the future and not think about your finances. So it had to be a common balance and give and take between those two of spending and her spending. But I do agree with Brianna. If I make my own money, I'm going to spend my money. And come from me, I'm not a big spender like that. I don't go splurging like that. I do save more than I spend, but I do spend when I need to because I like to have a good time. I like to have clothes. I like to get my hair cut. I like to eat out. I like to do this. I like to have fun. But I do know when I get a relationship, I can't keep overspending too much because we is a unionship. So she needs to know that aspect. But I do feel like Brianna is still going in the aspect of being a single woman. Because she does have interest of traveling and doing a lot of stuff. And she wants to wait to have children in 3 or plus years. But he want to have children in 1 or 2 years. I said, slow your roll, boy. Now, Mr. Brianna. These two right here. They mention of kids. And this is what I feel like it was something because that's why I was saying that a lot of these couples talk about things, but they don't really go deep down into the issues. Like children. We didn't really have a deep down conversation above how Brianna feel about children and Vincent. We know Vincent wants children because he said he never had that growing up. So he never really had his mother and father in his life. So he wants a family. He wants to build that. That's grounded in what he wants. So he wants the woman to have children. We found out Brianna had high blood pressure. And with high blood pressure, it could amplify and cause complications with her if she don't take it easy being pregnant. That's something you should let your husband know about that because any complication can happen. What if she's too scared to carry a kid and every time it's a life-death situation. She could be so, her blood pressure could be so high, she could lose the baby or death can happen. It's like that. She could lose her life. We don't know carrying pregnancy with high risk of high blood pressure. So something she got to control that. And it's a nervousness of her. So she's not rushing. So she did mention a little bit to him, but I don't think she knows or understands the severity of her condition to the point of being pregnant, right? And I just feel like because he's so narrow focused of being a father and having kids, I don't think he's really understanding her fear. It's not like she don't want to be pregnant. She don't want to get pregnant so quickly. And he threw in her face, oh, you know, if we wait longer, it's less time. I think he said something along the line. He said if you take too much longer, it's gonna be more difficult for you to have children. Yes, we do understand that as you get older as a woman, the biological clock is ticking and they can't conceive, but it doesn't mean that they can't. There are a lot of females in the late 40s and stuff like that, or late 30s, early 40s, so like having children, and they have a full healthy babies. So it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It could happen. So you can't knock that not happening, but it can. But we do know complications. The fact that she's deal with high blood pressure and the fact that she get pregnant and that could amplify the complications of a pregnancy. That's something that he needs to take into consideration. That okay, and that's another thing I was talking about in my Mr. Social Corner about why do people feel the need to have kids biologically? If it's not biological, do you feel that that's your children? Or do you feel less than a man that you don't have kids that's not your biological? What's wrong adopting? Have surrogacy or something like that. So that's something that needs to discuss more. But for the fact of the show and to make a decision day, they need to come to gripes, understanding, and not let that go because this is affecting the future. If he gonna be understanding of her and figure out other avenues of getting pregnant, of having the children, or he just wants conceiving and wants her to carry. We'll see. Will they go through surrogacy? Will they do adoption? If he don't feel like that other options is good because he wants his own biological thing, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue, and that's why I feel like this couple is not gonna work out if this don't get this situated because he's so hell bent on what is bending. Now we do feel like she does have a consistent idea of how she likes things. Like they talk about the schedule of sleeping. Maybe you should go sleep early. And hey, goodbye to Cola. Thank you for dropping in and everything. And you have a good rest of your week as well. And yes, continue to listen. Thank you. And she said maybe have an early sleep schedule so you can wake up early. And you wake up early, you have more productive day. I don't think that's really big of a deal, but you don't want to change yourself so much to please her because that's his issue. He wants to please his wife so much, please her, but you gotta have your own sense of self-individuality. Because if you're so much about pleasing her, you're gonna get frustrated and then you're gonna start to tick a time bomb. Because I don't know how y'all feel, but this last episode when she was discussing about her pregnancy woes and all that stuff like that, it's so on his face. I said, listen, speak, say something. Don't hide that in because if you bother that in, you're gonna blow up, and I'm gonna be pissed off that you're blowing up. So you need to speak that out. Say it. Don't say the confessional way in the confessional and speak that out. If you have something about that and you have feelings about that, now this is the perfect time to discuss, y'all. Perfect time to discuss. If y'all discussing it and y'all going to marriage day, say y'all go through this, and then you're divorced because y'all realize that it's too much. No, speak. It's too much. And they talk about the financial things and how it's the emotional attachment. Because financial stability is not just about the money. It's about what he can provide and what can y'all do, what can y'all sustain. So she needs to understand where he's coming from for financial stability, why it's so important to him, and why she don't feel the need that she needs to save, conserve things when you're in a relationship. So I don't know how you feel about those two couples, but let's continue on, y'all. We're gonna talk about Haley and Jacob. Haley's right here, and Jacob's right here. Put his hair. So y'all, I said this in the beginning. Haley and Jacob is not gonna make it. It's not gonna work. I'm trying to keep resetting. They good. They had argument. They reset. They good. They had argument. They reset. They good. They have an argument. Reset. It's kept that same cycle over and over, and I'm getting tired of that. At the end of the day, she's not that into him. Jacob feels that he knows that she's not really into him like that. It's because, and I don't know, it's because she have a habit in her previous relationship, because she said she get along with everybody, and all the men she got along with, it was good. It's because that she did with them, got what she needed, and she could dip. She got with them, got what she needed, then she could dip. And she has a pattern of doing that. Now she's in a show that she's stuck to be married to someone and stick with this process for 8 weeks. That she has that mindset that she get with them, she find out something that she don't like, that she checks out. But now that she can't check out and leave, she had to stick with the process. So she forcing herself to try to make a relationship with her. And it's not working. It's not working. And I do agree that Jacob at times don't engage enough as well. So it's not more on her, but I do feel like it's more on her, because he was very into the beginning. He was into her. He likes her. After they had sex, she just pulled back, and it's disconnect. I think it's a disconnect because you don't always like him like that. And the fact that you're not saying that, you're coming up with all these terms, oh, I need to go deeper. Because y'all both don't get deep. And I do understand that you try to get stuff out of him, and he don't go deep enough too. So I do believe that he needs to start getting deep enough as well. But I just don't get deep because he feels that you really not into him. He don't know why you pull back so much. He don't know why this is happening. So he don't know what your expectations are. What are your expectations of this relationship? What are your expectations of me as your husband? What do you expect? Because we do know that Haley been a single for a long time. And the fact that I think she does that because she's like, she get with someone. Yes. Yes, Joyce. Communication is a key. I tell that to my kids and husband. Yes, it is key. Because if you keep things, you don't talk about it, and there goes issues. And then you're gonna have an issue with me that I even know you have an issue with. If we don't discuss, come on now. Stuff. Key stuff like that, especially with the show, when these people are in an 8 weeks process, they have to amplify the communication. The fact is people just browse through these weeks or glory and blitz. And when they do have arguments, they're scared about it, and they stop it. They have good time, and then they just don't go back to the situation until they come back again. I see I do this service. That's why I feel like they should have more counsel sessions, and they should make them really focus on what is they doing so they can have a good idea to decision day whether this person is going to be the person for me or not. Because I don't feel none of these couples is worth being together. Even with Brianna and Vincent, when I say their couple will be great, I don't feel it at all. So it is very important. So with Haley and Jacob, I just don't feel like Haley is really into him like that. And the fact that she's stuck in this contract, that she had to stick with 8 weeks stuff, and they're going to try to restart again. I said stop with the restarting. Y'all don't jet well. And I do like the fact they mentioned that how he changed a lot for her, but what is she doing to change? What is she doing? Because it seems like it's on her terms. And I will say, yes, I do agree at times Jacob don't engage enough to even give anything because he keeps it there single. Yeah, okay. I said, we got to go more than that. Come on, more vocabulary. Let me know, engage or something. So I do agree when she try, and he don't say much, so she step back. But I do feel like he's doing that because he has a woman who's not really into him like that. So I think Jacob will give his all to someone who he knows is physically attractive or who wants to be with him. So, and I like Jacob. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just don't feel like he just got a short end of the stick with this girl. He understand why they paired together because they keep a compliment, but I don't understand why they paired each other. I don't understand it. Y'all tell me why they compared to each other because I don't see it. So that's much of them. And if y'all got any updates on those two, let's move on to the next couple. Oh, Ryan and Clara, y'all. These two people, I just can't tell you about these two people. Ryan and Clara is the epitome of faking the funk. They are delusional individuals. This is Ryan right here. His name right there. There's Clara at the top right. And Ryan's the bottom left. Faking the funk. The fact that they both got in front of the counselors and said that their relationship is so perfect is a 10 out of 10. Y'all paired us up so well. We have no any issues and stuff like that. But clearly, it's very much issues that we see. You cannot even express yourself to say that you love you, and not even thinking that you will push him away. You can't express yourself enough, Clara, to tell him that you are sexually frustrated. You can't express yourself enough that you feel like you don't like that it's always on his turn. He never said I love you to anyone. He been on serious several relationships for you to say he never said I love you to any one of the females. Like I love you. Long-term relationship and not even once said I love you. And then it mentioned in this episode how a lot of his relationships is reserved on a sex level. I don't know, it's on their terms or on his terms. Because if he's doing that to you, I seem like he's doing that to every other females as well. That's why he never really say I love you. It's like a strip. But he get in this show to get married at first sight to be with someone. But yet, you holding all this layers back. And we got 8 weeks, less than 3 weeks of this episode for you to make decision day. The way how you go about it, you say that everything's okay, but you know it's not things okay. And then he got this habit of saying his Doris answers, yeah, sure, yes, I don't know, sure, yes, yeah, sure, sure, sure. You better stop saying sure or I'll sure my fist in your face. We need to stop doing that. Because you keep saying that, you're not giving me any engagement to see if we moving forward into the intimacy level or more than that. She mentioned how we could see why she's sexually frustrated. She get him off every night. That's your issue. You shouldn't be doing that. If he's not reciprocating to getting off, then you need to stop doing what you're doing so he can learn something. The fact that you get him off and he not even once put his face in your place to please you, not even fingers, not nothing. What is we doing, Clara? What are we doing? I don't see what's the point of that. Why are we doing that? I really hate that idea that he making it seem like everything's so perfect. And it's not. And she's acting like the same way. So there's no level of where is the intimacy level. The fact that he is comfortable enough for you to go down on him every day, but yet, yes, he has face in the place. And yet, he can reciprocate, but yet, he needs to have this intimacy. He needs to have this trust. He needs to have the rainbows. He needs to have the butterflies in the stomach. It needs to be something magical for to have sex. But yet, she's giving you over sex every day, but you can't reciprocate. So, in the fact, if you need to have that on terms, then don't do the over sex. Don't do any sexual activity till you ready to even reciprocate the love that she's giving you, or the act that she's giving you. She says she loves him, but she don't want to say it because she don't know where he at. And he's not going to say it at all. Because he went 2 years with the last relationship and not saying I love you. 6 to 8 weeks, he's not going to say it now. He's not going to say it now. And he's not going to say it 6 months after you decided if y'all want to be together. You're going to wait longer than that 2 years that he was with his last relationship didn't even say I love you. And I know what is that deal. He's another one who's controlled the situation. It's on his terms. He got to have the sex on his terms. Things got to be on his terms. He take things slowly. Just everything. I don't know if he's an aversion or he just don't know how to deal with it or what. But the fact that we found out that she's so frustrated and she vent to her girls, I can't believe he needs an emotional connection. He don't need an emotional connection just to have a sex. And I give you off every night and you're not doing anything in return. I said, that's wrong, your problem. You give him off every night. And people considering that he's gay. I don't know if he's gay or not, but gay people could still get head and he could still not reciprocate. So it could be true that he is. We don't know. People saying that, I just know what to go about this situation and the fact that he's not doing it in return and he's so frustrated. So you ask him what's your level of engagement. Are we getting there? I don't know. How you don't know? Where is the percentage? Are we 50% there? Are we 85% there? Are we 95% there? Are we 35% there? What is the engagement level of I know? Are we working towards it or are we not? You stringing along. Now, Ryan said he's been in a religious background. He's been in a religious background, and I think both his parents are ministers. It's like that. So I don't know if he's put on the front because he's on television and he got his image to uphold. But at the same time, if you that religious and sex when you're married, so if you can't do sex before marriage, if you don't want to have sex to get to know someone, then you should stop all form of sex to get to know someone. If you that control your religion that you need to get to know someone and have the love, stuff like that, because he's very controlled. And yes, he has a strong religious background. And it mentioned how if y'all have kids, when y'all raise your kids in the church and everything, she said she don't want her kids to be forced. She knows she's a standard background and she knows it's a standard place to have that guidance, but she don't want her kids to be forced into it because that's how she was when she growing up. So I just don't know. I just don't know. We're lying, but don't play in our faces, act like everything's so good. Will you and Clara are not great? It's a problem in itself to say your relationship is perfect. It's a problem in itself to say your relationship is perfect because nobody's perfect. So if nobody's perfect, relationship can't be perfect. It can be good. It be there, but it can't be perfect. Yes. That's part of the issue. Being told sex isn't for pleasure, but for babies. Yes. I just don't know what his angle is because it's really hard to engage this guy. He don't give deep conversations. They don't really go deep. And what the answers he gives is very short answers. I don't know how y'all feel, but I would get very annoyed when somebody gives me short answers when we're supposed to be a long, in-depth conversation. Like, you can't give me no, I don't know, out of this. Sure. Yes. What is that means? What that means? I'm asking you where we in a percentage level. How we are in a relationship. You go say, I don't know. Sure. Yeah. Come on, though. Give me something. Give me something. You got to explain. You got to expand. Like, how are you comfortable of me coming down on you every night, but you don't reciprocate to me? It's like, that's her problem. She just stopped that. If you stop that and he realized that you stopping that, he said, oh, no. I said, no, I'm not going back down until you put your face in place. No, you can't do that. If you don't want to have intercourse, then we just do halfway something there. If not, cut all that off. So we'll see how that goes, y'all. But I don't even know. Because you just can't have sex with her and have kids. We're at that point. Because I want to know she should not be rushing to have kids with him either, at all. If he can't say I love you, if he be holding sex, so he need to find out this magical moment that you need to have, or he don't know what he's doing. The fact that every relationship he's very reserved in the sex part of it. I don't know if it's him or her. It may be more to him because she mentioned that all his previous relationship is very reserved and sexualized. So, and all the relationship before him, they was not married. He chose to get married. So how you go from that to this, and you was still with something. And so it's not all about the sex. This is the intimacy and the stuff like the controlled nature that he's having and putting on his own terms. And she's frustrated, but she can't. She says so great, but she can't tell her how she feels because it's gonna push him away. She said, "If I know I say something, it gonna reserve you more further away." Then that means your relationship not perfect if you're not comfortable in expressing your ideas. Because when he asks you, you cater to his answers. You cater to his needs. I said, "Stop it, girl. Stop it." That was annoying. That was very annoying. There's actually a chance to tell how you really feel, to even feel like if you're gonna make yes in the decision day. Yes, Joyce, stop it, because it was getting me a nerve. It was getting on my nerves that she's act like she can't say nothing. But yet it's a 10 out of 10. You can't say it a 10 out of 10 if you scared to tell you how you feel. You scared to tell him that you love him now. You scared to tell him that if you say you love him, he gonna reserve back and not say I love you. He gonna hold that I love you, because he gonna hold that I love you for a while. Because he's somewhere kind of form. He got this formula on when he gonna say it. If he never said it, so how we gonna know he's into it? But yes, you said it's 10 out of 10. You say your relationship is 10 out of 10, but you can't say I love you? Get out of our face with that bull crap. Get out of our face with that. I'm about to get aggravated with him. I'm about to slap him through his TV screen, and we gotta be slapping somebody a freaking picture. We gotta slap because I was like, you can't say a 10 out of 10. You can't say I love you. You can't say a 10 out of 10 if you don't have sex with your wife. You can't say a 10 out of 10 if you have this much issues and you cannot say nothing to him. Then move on to the last headache of the show, and then we're gonna talk about Ready to Love. All right. What was it? Chris and Paige. Chris right here. Yo, the answer he gave the pastor and what he said, he needs to look at himself in the mirror. Because ain't no way your challenged face looking ass go sit here and act like somebody's face is a whole deciding factor why you didn't give this relationship a chance. You cannot sit here and tell us it's that her face is the reason why you didn't go along with this marriage or why you checked out this marriage, because of her face. It is Paige, and she's not an ugly girl. She's not an ugly girl. She has low self-esteem to deal with your crappy behind, to say that she will go try to deal with it and wanted to work with you. The fact that you right off the bat damage this whole relationship and don't give it a try. And the fact that the only qualifications, the only qualities that she deemed that she had that made you check out the relationship is because of her face. He said nothing else. Everything else worked out fine. She's good on paper. She's a good wife. She got good background. She's loyal. He said none of that. It's because of her face. I said, oh, that's what you're doing? That's what we're doing. Okay, challenge face. Okay, man. He got some nerve to act like he's a dime piece. And then he said, out of all the ladies, out of all the people in Atlanta, out of everybody, y'all decided to give me her, who I won't find attracted to, that I'm not there, and y'all dropped the ball on that one. Excuse me, sir. All the qualifications you listed and what you wanted is in this chick, and she's not ugly, and she was willing to deal with you. Even after you announced that you said you wasn't attracted to her, even after the announced that you said you got a baby on the way, even after you say you bought the baby a Benz. No, the lady, the ex-fiance, the Benz. I mean, at that time, she was frustrated, but she was trying to give her a chance. But you clocked out on her. But yet, it was her face. Okay, man. Yes, CM. He's all of that. Yes. They got me so mad that he said that. Her face. Boy, did you look yourself in the mirror? Out of all the guys in Atlanta, they pair up with your damn ass fool. All the guys. So we can say the same thing about you. I don't like how these freaking guys who's not that attractive think they got all the package in the world to make demands and give base level of expectations to females that they're with when you the dog ass person that been damaging the relationship. But yeah, it was her face that make you check out the whole relationship. Okay. Well, if anybody ever said that to me, I said my face, boy, chilling. But Paige is too nice for the girl to curse his ass out. Because if I was, please. 100% right. If you can't talk to your special someone, it's not a good relationship. You should never be afraid to come to each other. Yes, Joyce. Yes, that's the problem. And then she said she's a 10 out of 10. Girl, you better drop that number to a 4 out of 10. You better drop that number to 1 out of 10. It's not no 10 out of 10, girl. And he didn't even buy the car from Mercedes. See, I know the background story. He said that he did, but if he didn't, he a liar. That's another thing. He's a liar. We know he's very narcissistic. And there's no getting through a narcissistic, especially a classic narcissistic like Martell. It's no getting through these type of people. And it's kind of like you gotta talk to their level to get them to open up. Now he said he been very open and honest and truthful and straightforward in this conversation. Yes, Nicola. He could have said that she was stupid, but he's supposed to be God-fearing and talk about someone's looks. I have to jump on this one. Paige is not innocent either. Because the fact that she sat through this and tried to still be with this guy and he continued to show you red flags in relationship, it shows that how much of you, and that you was willing to give up yourself to be in a marriage. It wasn't about Chris itself. You wanted to be married so bad that you gonna accept anything that he was throwing at you, and he was throwing at you, and he cut it off with you. That's why you going on your own business. If he didn't cut it off with you, you would still be on with that couch trying to make things work with her. Yeah, he could have said, "Oh, that well, she was stupid enough to step with me." He could have said that. We could have said, okay, yeah, we all thought she was stupid and started with you. That you said nothing but the truth. But yet, the fact that you said her physicality was the reason why you stopped. And you give it a chance. And he said, the pastor said, physicality attraction grows over time. And the fact that she was good enough for you to have sex with her, but her face repulsed you, that you don't want to continue the marriage, but yet it was good enough to have sex. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with him. And he made it seem like it was all her. No, something wrong with him. He is not apologizing for anything he done. He feel like he got a short end of the stick. They paired up with this girl and everything. And Pastor tried to say, it's you. You don't have a good track record even before Paige, the ex-fiance, and the fiance before that. And you did not marry none of those girls. But you decided to come to the show and to get married. And you didn't give the process a chance. Because of what, y'all? Her face, basically. I sat there, rolled my eyes when he had, especially he came late, an hour late, got Pastor waiting. Pastor was about to freaking shut down the production. He said, "Oh, we're done." And then he walked inside his door. I think that was a role for production to make the shocking factor. But no, Chris has a habit of being late to meetings. So that's his kind of character flaw, being late. You gotta look at yourself, because it's the common denominator is you, Chris. But yeah, it's my Paige. Okay, whatever. So Paige sitting on a chair, still her whisper voice. I just don't know why he would have started the process if he know he was going to marry with someone else, and he know he was in a relationship with somebody, but he started the process. And I just don't know why he even brought that girl next to my plate to say, I don't know what's the purpose of bringing her to talk to me if he was going to do all this stuff and what the hell he stopped and all that stuff, and he know he was attracted to me, but he kept on giving lies. And I just don't know. And it's just everything that goes on with trust. And I was in and I was this and I was that and I was and he having sex with me and all that stuff. And I just don't know why he would do all this stuff. And he wasn't even trying. I said, girl, if you stop that whispering or that figure conversation at the time, stop whispering and give us that. But she got a soft spoken voice, and that's how she was throughout the episode. I just don't know why he didn't try to do that. And I was like, and I just like, and I had to pack my bags. So it was over, and I had to think about myself. And I was like, okay, yeah, we got a page. Think about yourself, girl. That's what you should have done in the first place. But yeah, I said a lot. But that was Married at First Sight. And like I said, episode 12 was boring, but episode 13 was good because we got the nitty gritty of these people, deep fears and conversation. And I do feel like they should give us more of the council sessions, more drop in with them instead of having this marital bliss, because this is an unorthodox situation. They get married at first and only have 2 months to figure things out. So y'all had to have more control activities, more control sessions, so you could force them to face these conversations. Because all we have is right now, they're dancing around the situation and not focus on it though. And then they only had the sleep conversations when they had the council sessions, and then they come back and they had this thing. Oh yeah, I was told to talk to this about you. I was said to do this thing about you. But yeah, and go back to, we're gonna escape by the situation and wait till decision day. No, we're not doing that. If they do come back the next season, they need to have more sessions and force these couples to have more conversations. Because ain't no other way that they had 30 plus couples of all this franchise seasons, and they only had 30%, only 12 couples to really make it successfully. That means y'all not passing well, and they're not really, I don't know, whatever, or working these people out, and it's just all drama factor. If y'all gonna do this show, you gotta be all hands on, counseling them, and make sure they're making the right decisions at the end of the day. But whatever. Let's move on to Ready to Love and go lightheartedness and start cracking on some of these people, because I have some things about these people. Ready to Love. Yeah. If you had any more last thoughts about it at first sight, we'll continue on. But seems to me somebody saying that Paige gonna shock us on decision day. I said, what can she say that is gonna shock it? If she gonna say she gonna stay with him, that's not shocking. Can she say that throughout the whole season? So if that's a shocking, after she said she gonna take care of herself, I said, well, that's not shocking. So if she said that, I will roll my eyes and just freaking curse her out. I'll probably turn my TV off. But that's not shocking to me if she gonna say she gonna stay with them, because she has been doing that the whole season. So I want to know what was shocking that she would say on the decision day that everybody on social media online, she said, what Paige, she gonna shock you? She gonna say this? She gonna, I said, what? What's she saying? She gonna stay? She said that throughout the whole season. So what's shocking about that? But we'll see. All right, y'all. Did y'all see Ready to Love this past Friday? Ready to Love come on every Friday on O, about 8 or 9-ish. And this is season 4. So we on last week in my live Mizzle Social Quarter. We introduced the couples, not the couples, the singles, the 10 bachelors men and the 10 bachelorette females. Ooh, it's not funny, but my brother wedding, half of the party got lost. Oh, how the hell how they got lost? What? It's not funny to me. How they got lost? To the church and half the family got lost? Child, I guess it was not meant to be a wedding. Shoot. I said we're gonna have the ceremony with the other half that's here, because we ain't gonna be waiting for no church of people that other half are gonna try to come here and try to disrupt the ceremony. I said we better start now, and they better video chat in the car whenever they lost that. Shoot. Half of them. Oh my gosh. Bear with me, y'all. All right, so did y'all saw Ready to Love? And last week was a casting special, and we talked about these people. Some of y'all gave y'all thumbs down right off the bat, and everything about these people, and how y'all feel about the first impressions. Some of y'all don't like. I think my first gripe about the show is that they are a lot of older men, and they have some young females, but the age range is more of the upper scale. That's the target audience they are gearing towards. But we need to have a wide range of men who age is not far off to close to the late 30s, early 40s, somebody early 50s. So, and then these young females. So it's like this older man could think they could prey and control these young little ladies. As I didn't like that. So they should have a couple of round ranges of men ages and female ages, and not just on the X spectrum. So it's like the older men preying on these younger women. It's like that. Even though they all 30 plus. But we got Amber who's like 31, and most of the men are 40 something, 50, 39, 45, 43, all that stuff like that. Which, even though it's not a big deal, it's probably Amber. But if I was like, I was like, who could be close to her age that she could connect with? That's like at least 30 something. Because a lot of these older guys in the show is like players, or think they all Rico Suave, and they got the whole package. Well, a lot of them is not even eligible good men in themselves. But we get to it. We'll get to it. All right, y'all. So I worked on this last night. I did my overlay for. Then we're gonna talk about the men, and they're gonna talk about the females, and then we're gonna talk about what y'all thought about them. All right, the men. All right, y'all. These are the people. Oh, y'all can see my face, right? Yeah, you can still see me. Okay, y'all. So I wrote the names. So when I talk about them, y'all know exactly who the person are. Listen, y'all. I did this last night. So most of the names I would try to do red, but some of them names didn't come good with the red. So I had to change some to white, to black. It is what it is. The ones the names invisible, y'all can see who I'm talking about. It is what it is. If y'all see the episode or not, y'all can chime in and talk about y'all opinions about these people. All right. So this is the mixer. You know, in the beginning of every season, when the couples come together, singles come together, they mix with each other. It's mingle, get to know each other. First impressions could be the last impressions. Who could be well and everything, all that stuff like that. And this is how I feel. Not everyone thrive in a mixer type setting. Not everyone thrive in a mixer type setting. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of females too, y'all. So I do the females too. That's the female. Ooh. Ooh. Females. The little bells. Yes, it was a mess, Joyce. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that wedding thing. Sure. That's it. Funny right there. Not everyone thrive in a mixer type setting. Some people need to take longer to fill people out, and then that's when they shine. Oh, I think it was an accident or construction something. Oh, okay. Okay, but that's still a disaster. So how late did the wedding start? Sure, I was saying, listen, y'all would have to Skype that thing in, but it happened already, so I was how late the wedding started. Sure, I could imagine me being right. I said, time is money, and y'all got we don't got enough much time to be staying in this thing, waiting for y'all to come in. But if it was accident or something like that, understandable. You can't control outside nature factors. But child, I know that wife or whoever the husband and the wife was, the anxiety was off the roof. Oh, your brother wife, yeah, I know the anxiety was up the roof with half the family was away. Oh yeah, let me check the thing out. So the mixer said it. A lot of people don't drive in that situation. So I just don't like how they eliminate people so early. I think they should have more of the mixer type setting, just get those people, and then a little follow up of one-on-ones and stuff like that, and then start eliminating, because if we eliminate somebody so early, it's like you base them on something like that, and they don't give a fair chance, and then you start realizing y'all keeping the people that deserve not to be there, but eliminating people who could give a chance, who'd be a great catch, but y'all keeping the same type of men. So that's exactly why we in the situation here. The men and women keeping the same type of woman they normally choose, and y'all say y'all ready to love. Expand your mindset. So, Troy, this guy and this guy, this is Troy right here. The first top left. Ooh, yeah, top left. Troy is 51 years old. This guy been a bachelor for most of his whole life. And we find out he's like to travel. He like to express his flaunt his money because he a CEO as a company. So he got the money like that. He like to travel. And I say, yes, that's why you're a bachelor all this life. Because you got the female in the vacation mode. They don't think about none of the problems. You don't think about problems. Y'all go on vacation. You have a good time. You may have sex, all that sort like that, because it's a vacation mode. Who go on vacation and come with problems? No, you do want to have fun. So that's what it is. And that's what he keeps doing. So every female he was talking to, he's talking about, oh, you like to travel? You like to do this? You like to do that? You like to do stuff? I said, call your grandpa. Sit down somewhere. Because you're doing the most. You doing the most. You up here trying to talk to every female to go traveling with you? That's what you're trying to do? And flaunt your money status? It'd be good in the beginning when y'all started together. But when you get married, come on now. It's a power why you're 51 years old, a bachelor on the show looking for love. Boy, bye. And then he has a habit. He said that's his trademark. And kissing every female in the cheek. He gonna have, oh, that's my signature thing. I have a good thing when I'm getting close to them and I hug them and I give them a kiss in the cheek. And he try to be creepy like he try. And it's on the cheek. I was like, what the hell you doing? Like, I don't know. You like that? Be trying to kiss me the chick all the time. It's like, can you calm down a little bit? And like, he keep going for it. Why? Back up. Like, why are you? So he have a habit doing that. So, but he gets to stay. Whatever. Ron is there. Now, Ron had a problem with Chris. Chris is right here. Let me see. Paige would probably told him he could put a paper back over his head. If that would have helped. Oh, whole snap to call her. Paige would have told him he could put a paper back over her head if that would have helped him. Ciao. The desperation that she will go through to be with this guy is too much. But then again, she gonna have paper back on her head all the time because he can't stand her face. Child, nobody can't stand his face. But yeah, he got something to say about her. All right. So Vaughn, he didn't like that Chris, who was the contestant last season, who got short in the stick, to come back the second season because he feel like the ladies already know him and he might have a leg up in the competition and his celebrity status. It doesn't mean that he got a leg up because he didn't have a good fair chance last time. So in this aspect, Chris had to prove himself and not singling one female this time and get the focus on learning other females. So that's his issue, and that's what he said he gonna do this time. He learned his lesson. Cause last time he focused so much on Naya, she played him like a burnt little boy because the finance situation came up and mortgage. So Ron sat there and he talked to Andrea. Let me show you Andrea. Ron talked to Andrea. Right here, this middle girl right here. He looked like Craig back. Yeah, ugly as hell. Shoot, act like he's so. Shoot. Ron was talking to Andrea, and he mentioned how, because she a flight attendant, and he said if we have kids, then you need to stop working as a flight attendant and take care of the kids at the household. So I said, oh, so we'll see about you, Ryan, because Ron is the one who said he said if women got to get the force to know him, they would like him. I said, why we got to get the force to know you? Why? Because you try to show us you're a traditionalist. You that gender type role that she just quit her job to take care of the kids. What's wrong with you helping with the kids if you're making them? It's not just all about making them and just leaving her with all the responsibility and she got to quit her job. No, what's wrong with her working and taking care of the kids at the same time, and as well you working as well? So I didn't like that at all, and that's gonna be an issue because it seems like a lot of these females are very well in their careers and know what they are. So I don't think none of them will be comfortable after some of them already have children or grown children themselves to sit there and try to tell him, if we have kids, I got to sit down at home and start over and you do what you got to do. And I got to, no, we're not doing that. So I don't see him going far in his life, but he get to stay too. Go figure. Khalil, y'all, right here. He's the one person I feel like he didn't thrive in a thing, or he know himself, but a lot of females feel like because he don't got the swag enough, he don't have this, he's intellectual, so you can have a conversation with him, he could talk about him with everything, because he don't have swag, he's not good enough for me. I said, girl, I would have somebody who's intellectual and I could grow to love them and be with them and comfortable that they're not ugly enough for them to have someone who could swagger or dog me out like I'm thinking two out of hoe. No, don't dog me out like that. So the fact that a lot of females discarded Khalil because he is not swag enough was bothersome. Because I said, okay, we'll see. That's why we get the freaking Playboy types or gender roles traditionalists like Ron and Troy and some of the Playboys to stay, while the nice ones or the most good standard men will go home. Now, a lot of us didn't feel Khalil. I know Timon said thumbs down to him last time because about something about him. But at the mixer, he was good. He wasn't a creepy dude who's going at the females. And a lot of females cannot say nothing about him. They just said he didn't have swagger, but he's good to talk to. He's an intellectual type. It's like, come on now. So we'll see how this goes. So now we know another season while the freaking Playboy cheetah is going to continue on moving along lines and standing in this terrible role. And we're going to have another season while none of these couples will make it because we got dog douchebag guys. Okay. And yeah, keeping the guys. Okay. Jason was okay. Jason was okay, y'all. Jason's okay. And I just don't know. We found out that Amber, let's tell you about Amber. Amber, where's she at? Right here. Not Amber, Alexis. Alexis right here. Alexis' son is in Jason's basketball team. So he's the coach. So she knows him and she says she has been eyeing him for a long time. And she's like that. He's on the show because she expresses that she likes him. She was attracted to him for a while and everything. And now she can have a chance and to see that. Now, Jason realized he didn't know that Alexis was interested in him because he always thought she was a good woman. But now that he knows that she's interested in him, then he put her in the top to try to get to know him. But Jason was making around to other people so like that. Because a lot of people thought that Jason would go home first because he was a softy, nice guy. Because that's the one who said that he confronted his wife that cheated. She said, oh, so what? And I did what I did. What you gonna do about that? And now, so people thought he's a softy. He's not assertive enough. But Jason stayed. Oh yeah, Khalil went to go home because they say he wasn't a swaggerlicious, whatever. Chris, y'all, he was from last season, but he's good to stay. We didn't see much about him, but he's interacting with a lot of females, so like that this time, and trying to get to know them and stuff. So we'll see more about his interaction later on. So it wasn't so much about him. David. Right, he's the one who officiates marriages and stuff like that. He connected with Liz a lot because they have both a spiritual background, so he likes that. He likes the female that grounded in spiritual faith This right here. Because at the mixer, they started singing. He challenged her to sing. I said, okay. And they started singing the word and singing stuff like that. Everybody was looking like, who are these people? They singing all that. Oh, they really get along. So we'll see that. But it wasn't too much about him as well. Let me see. AJ. You know, surprisingly, a lot of females like AJ. A lot of them like AJ. I don't know why. And he mentioned, remember I mentioned last week that he said that he's not surprising that he probably would meet someone that he probably know because he's been in the music industry and it's a possibility that somebody probably know him. We figured out that Kyra, yes, CM, I like a lot of men didn't really interest me that much. I mean, I did like Joel. He was okay. But with Joel, it seems like he knows he's good, and he will use that because he came with his chest all open. Oh, that's suave. That's like Chris did last season. His chest open. He he's good looking. Everybody gonna fall for him, and he was going around the females talking to them. But we will get to him. But a lot of people like AJ, and he said he know Kyra. Kyra's right here. Kyra said her and AJ were on a date. And on the second date they had, she went to the bathroom and she left her card, I think, on the table, right, with the tab. No, she went to the bathroom and the tab was there, right? And when she came back from the bathroom, she realized the tab was still sitting there. So instead of coming confront her, instead of coming clean, when she asked them everything, because she actually said, "What's up with that? The card and everything?" He said, "Oh, well, you need to change your gender role, and you need to change your mentality of gender roles and everything." I said, "Excuse me, sir, what you talking about?" Granted, you can have your own expectations where you want to be out, how you with a female, how you court with a female and everything. But it's an understanding when you go on a couple of dates with a female, you try to court them, you fit the bill. And as you have a conversation with the lady and she's okay paying the tip, all that like that, it's all about conversations. Because there are some people out there who say, listen, I can have my own money, so the situation I had this happen, I can pay my way and I'll be good enough to go. And I had to deal with them anymore. And I'm like that. I'm somebody, if I go out with someone, I can have my own money. Because if push comes to somebody trying to act like they can't pay no bills like that, no, I'll pay myself. You don't have to pay for nothing. We go half and half or something like that. Because, or I can split my own pay and you pay yours, you figure out how you pay yours. Because I am not gonna sit here and try to play me. Yep. Yes, CM, he said that. And yes, Renee, a lot of people don't like that Chris was able to come back to the show. I don't know why people don't like that. A lot of the men probably don't feel that way, especially Ron. Ron had an issue with that. But I feel like Chris is able to come back because we all feel like he got short-ended last season and he got played because he focused so much on Naya. So I'm happy that he came back. Now, I hope he learned his lesson and not focus on one female this time again. Then after this, Tommy says no more chances after this. So you better find love or you just no more in the show. So, yes, but CM, yes. AJ said that. He said, oh, well, you need to change your gender roles. I was like, this is a second date, sir. So instead of, he came clean and said, I want to ask you about that. He said, okay, what happened is that I came to dinner, I had the money, I had a card. But the card I brought with me was skedaddled down the road. Basically, the card was declined. The card declined. He had other money on him. So he was waiting for you to pay the bill. Now, Kyra said, listen, if you would tell me that, I'd be okay with that. But don't try to play me like I'm a $2 hoe. Like I can't, like I'm going to make this type of chick that you make me feel bad. It was all about me when your card was declined. it's like I said, some females out there would have been okay if you would have speak the truth. But don't come and lie and say you got it, and you come with a card decline and try to flip it on her and say like, oh, you just change your gender roles. I said, I would have to change Jack. What we need to change? No. You courting her. You chose her to date. You said you gonna take her out of the date. Now, if I was, listen, you took her out of the date. So you pay. Now, if your card was declined, you could have said that. She was okay to pay for it. You probably would have continued on. So she decided to forgive him and move forward. But I would say I would forgive that. No, I would say, you know what? It's good that she forgave him. But at the same time, I wouldn't even try to continue trying to force a relationship with him. I said, okay, it's good nice to see you. Okay, bye. All right, bye. And that's it. Keep moving. You're going to try to play me like I'm figuring hot made this hoe. And like I will sit there and you're going to try to play me to change my gender roles. It was a date. You could have said something. She would have been okay with that. She was cool with that. And now you explained it to her and she was cool. But now you played her. So I would have forgiven him nothing. But shit, it was more for her, not for him. All right, so what else? The men. I'm going back and forth with the men and females so y'all know the people who I'm talking about. All right, so Joel, like I said, I like Joel, but I do feel like Joel knows he's a good piece and he's a good-looking guy because he came with the shades on and he's like 40-something years old. Shades on, open shirt, he got a nice chest, all that stuff. Talks to all the females. Now, he did gravitate to Venetia. And he liked Venetia because she had kids, everything. He got kids, all stuff. And it's good. They were vibing. They got a good long term. So I do see them beginning on dates. It's like that. But I don't know. I hope it's not going to be the one situation where they latched onto each other and don't give nobody else a chance. So, but how Joel was going through, he was going through a lot of females and talking to a lot of females, and he was going through rotation to everything. And that's part of the mixer. You do have to talk to other females. But okay, Joel, we'll see how far you go. But yeah, he was that person. He was swagging, all that stuff, the charm. I said, oh, you putting up a charm, Joel. I see, we see that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Troy said he was an advocate. People perceive him as advocate, but he don't see his advocate. I said, yes, you are. Yes, you are. The fact that you feel like you could hug every female that you meet and automatically kiss them on the cheek and think you got this little swag on you, boy. Wow. And he did like Amber. He did like her. He did like Amber. And he also talked to Liz and everything. So we'll see how this guy goes. But yeah, he played that game with all that stuff. All right. Who else? Diedrich, y'all. He said he's a man's man. I said, okay, yeah, we'll see that. Okay, you said you was out for a male anyway. And he said the first thing attraction is a physicality. Nobody can say physicality is not the first attraction. Everybody said it's not that. They're lying. I said, okay, whatever. And he's the one who said he was a strong desire to have a son. Even though he got 2 grown females, grown women, daughters, and had a grandson. Well, he can't. I don't know why he feel like he could spoil his grandson, but the fact that he felt a strong desire to start all over, to have a son, and most of the females already established having children. I don't know how this is gonna work with her because I don't think they're gonna try and start over like that anyway. But he get to stay. And now I didn't like this. Usually this episode, the mixer, they eliminate a guy and a female. So we want to think about that. Now Tommy said, oh, we're going to throw a lot of curveballs this season, a lot of curveballs. So I said, what is the curveball? This episode, 2 men was eliminated. I said, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I did not like that at all because I would say, no, why is this unbalanced need? And now it's more females than male. And now we got to see more females being catty, trying to vie for this little good dog-ass man that stayed behind. Because I got rid of Khalil because he wasn't swag enough, but he was very intellectual and he was a good guy. And they got away with a Christian because he was mild-mannered. He wasn't assertive enough. And he was a nice guy as well. So people say, oh, I like Christian. He's good to talk to and everything, but he's too nice. He's not assertive enough. I said, girl, this is the first mixer. So I guess not everybody's going to be assertive enough. That's why I was like, I feel like they let Christian go so easy, so quickly, and he could be a good catch. Now, mind you, he said he was a player and he was an alcoholic in the past, and he stopped that. And he's been sober for 3 years, and he waited for love and everything. So how he was in the mixer that showed that he was a player type boy. He was a very nice. He tried to get to know the females and everything, but a lot of females talking to him and say, "Oh, he's not certain enough. He's not doing." I said, "Well, you want him to bend him over and slap you in the ass or something like that? What's a certain you want him to do? Take control?" Granted, yeah, but now y'all kept Ron, who's a freaking like a kiss every female on the cheek when he missed them, and go bite him behind. Troy said that Ron, who was a traditional female, he went that strict gender roles. AJ, who tried to flip the script on the Kyra and tell her it was her fault, and she just changed her gender roles because he decided to buy he bought a declined card. Diedrich, I don't see nothing working with him. Yes, Renee, I thought it would be one girl, one guy, but they had 2 men, and they got rid of Christian. And I feel like I think he should have stayed. I think Christian should have stayed. I think they should have eliminated Troy, the freaking gold grandpa ass who want to be or Ron, or AJ who tried to flip the script and say that no, change your gender roles. No, I didn't like that. I think Troy should have left because that freaking kiss in the cheek will bite him behind and all the females and try to think he could juggle around. No, I don't like that. Now, some of the females, y'all. I got Iyanla Fix My Life after that, and that's okay. Some of the females. Right. Let me see some of them stood out. Andrea, this girl right here, the middle girl, Andrea, who on top of Tresha. Girl, she was one of the females that said she was single for 17 years. You sat there and talked to Diedrich and said you try to mourn of your cat who ran away. I said, girl, if you don't get somewhere out with that conversation, you gonna sit here in a mixer and talk to a man and talk his ear off about a runaway cat, and cat come back and eventually. So you want to take the time to mourn when you here in the mixer and try to talk about your dead cat. And Diedrich was a good guy because he sat there, listened to your whole story about your freaking runaway cat. Girl, you better get out of here. I was so annoyed when I said, you sitting here talking about a cat? A cat? A cat, man. So that's why you've been single for 17 years. Nobody wants to sit there and try to talk to your delusional ass cat. Whatever. Ty is a show. But the fact that she sat there and talked about her cat, that's the first impression you would give someone? And the cat didn't even die, girl. It just ran away. He gonna come back. Shit. I was like, Andrea. Now, chrysanthemum is not chrysanthemum like the flower. It's chrysanthemum. A lot of people had a hard time pronouncing her name. So they said, Chris, call her Chris. Yeah, the cat lady. Go sit there and try to talk to one who could be a potential husband in the future or a boyfriend about your cat. This is the first impression, girl. Talk about your goals, your dreams, stuff like that. Nobody know cat. And he even died. It ran away. Girl, sit down somewhere. Chrysanthemum. I don't like how she made it a very known day that she's mixed. Oh, say, oh yeah, no, I'm not all black. I'm Italian. I'm half Italian. There, I'm like, I said, girl, why are you so hype? Granted, you can be happy by your heritage, but I just don't like how she emphasized that. That was like a plus in her book, and it's surprising enough. A lot of the men like chrysanthemum. For whatever reason, we don't know. But maybe because she's biracial, it just has this exotic idea that she's biracial. I don't know. It just seems off to me that she emphasized that so well and she made it very known. And a lot of the men like Chrysanthemum because I did not know why a lot of the men liked her. Whatever. We'll see how that goes. Tressa, y'all. Tressa's right here. Yo, last night I had a hard time trying to put Tressa together because I cut her afro off. It was going nowhere. I said, what that pound doing? And I was like, all right, Tressa. I think a lot of men go figure friend zone. I was very wary about that because they go friend zone her. But I seem like a lot of men coming in all warm, bubbly, and try to hug the females and get the good gender connection. Because sometimes a nice general hug could drop the guard and get to say, oh, he's friendly. He's this and like that. She said, oh, what's up? What's up? I said, girl, right on the back. You high five every freaking man on the handshaking. I granted, you may not want the hug. But if I can say, oh, yeah, what's up? It's like that. It's like that. And then she first mentioned how Khalil, who went home, saying that, oh, Khalil is intellectual. I like the conversation we having, but he's not swagger enough. But girl, you better hope they'll friend zone you real quickly. They will have you coming off like you a homeboy. High five everyone. You can at least give some hugs. And you say you comedian. Okay. And what some of them said, oh, I like them. Like you can make me laugh. I like them for female comedians. So it might be some hope. But Tresha, come on, girl. Ida right here. Y'all tell me if Ida is a little cuckoo or she was drunk as hell. Because I don't know, Ida was on one that night. First of all, she walks in the scene, tripping over and going up the steps. I said, okay, this is gonna be something. This girl gonna be something. And she said she gonna be enough. She gonna be hype and crazy and very vocal and direct. And she showed herself as being vocal because vocal she was. Because she sat here. Oh no, first she said to Christian who went home. Let me show you Christian. Christian right here. She's a Christian. Oh, Christian, I like you. You moisturize your ankles. That's a key to a woman's heart. I said, whoever said, oh yeah, I see you take care of yourself because you moisturize that ankles. It was good. I like that. I said, girl, Ida, who is obsessed with ankles? Like, okay. And then, y'all tell me if I heard this correctly or wrong. She went up to Diedrich. Yes, Renee. Something is not right with. Why is my dish not showing? Something is not right with her. Ida, yeah, something's not right with Ida. I don't know. And then she went to Diedrich, y'all. Let me show you Diedrich. This right here. And she said, oh, did anybody tell you giving a little bit gay vibes? Oh, nobody tell you, I'm going to let you know you got a little gay vibes. I was like, how you going to walk to someone, a man, and said, did anybody tell you give a little bit gay vibes? And I said, you think he's going to even try to give you a chance if you're going to walk up to the man and the first time meet him that he give gay vibes? Like, and people say in James That's Me corner that I follow her, that she said Marvin Gaye. I said, listen, that Marvin did not come out. I know I hear no damn Marvin because I would say, oh, she said she compared him to Marvin Gaye. I hear no Marvin Gaye. She said, did anybody tell you give a little bit gay vibes? I said, girl, you don't go to the man like that. And he said, no. And I said, good, he go get bulk and go aggressive on her because I said, that'd be too much daydream. But yes, I do eye her when she said that. I said, hi. Yo, I was laughing when I heard. I said, yo, I know she did not come up to him like that. She said, did I tell you give a little bit gay vibes? I'll just let you know you got gay vibes. Okay, I was like, girl, Ida. And then she sat there and talked to Jason. And Jason right here. Jason didn't get 4 words in. Because she was like, too much that he was looking up the sky. It was going nighttime, and she was still talking. He had said 4 words, and she cut him off and still went. I said, "Oh, Ida, calm down. You gotta let the man talk sometimes too, girl. How you gonna get to know someone you talking his own ear off? Like you tell your whole life story talking to." She said, "Yeah, I want to know." And he was like, and he sat there and listened to everything too, but he probably zoned out a little bit too because I don't know the way I'm gonna sit here and try to listen to. And I can't even get 4 words in, girl. You can't even let me have at least a full sentence before you even cut me off and I have the whole life story again. It was yapping and yapping. I said, I know, girl. You just sit there, girl. But yet she stayed. I said, if they were eliminating a girl, they would eliminate Ida. Because most men didn't like Ida. And most men didn't really like Andre either. Because I don't know. Probably she was going around talking about that cat all the damn times to every male that she was talking to. Maybe that's what she didn't like. Nobody even like her. Stacy said in her previous life she probably was a player because she said even though she was married to a man for 17 years, I'm not I can't understand the type of men they have here and stuff like that. It could be a player. I said, girl, what you talking about? But she do like her chocolate man because every time a chocolate man came around, she was foaming in her mouth with the chocolate man. So she said she was liking the Chris, the AJ. Yeah, she was talking to some of the other guys too, but she liked the chocolate man. So I maybe wants to wonder who her ex-basketball player husband was. Maybe he was a dark-skinned guy. I don't know. Stuff, but we'll see about Stacy. But anything else? Oh yeah, Amber. She talked to what's her name? He talked to Khalil before he left, and she said she don't really like to argue with men when she come home because she does that her full-time job, which I understand it. And I think he was playing with her, but she was asked, "What's the character flaw do you have that you need to work on?" He said, "Mean Girls." She said, "No." Which this is like? He said, "Mean Girls." This is like the Mean Girls. I said, "Can you say something else about Mean Girls?" But I think he was playing, and then he was trying to explain herself. But at the end of the day, it was too late because a lot of females said that he was a swagger enough. So we'll see that, y'all. But I will continue the review Ready to Love, probably more of the live settings because I still don't know how I'm gonna do this recording version because it took a while to put this together. So maybe I should do a recording version. I had the front names in front of my face, and I just go off and off and just talk about them. Last little bit thoughts about that. But like I said, I don't know how this season gonna go because now that we have 8 men and 10 females, I like that. So I guess next time they're gonna eliminate 2 females. They gotta balance this out. You gotta have a balance because all these candidates and stuff are gonna happen with all these shortest of men and most of the men that stayed behind. I don't feel like they're worth it enough to be husband materials. But you sent the nice guy home and you sent the intellectual home. But you kept the girl, playboy, who liked to travel too much, kissing every girl of mouth. Oh, not in the mouth. Oh, that would be devastating. In the cheek. Playboy type, 51, bachelor. Ron, who liked the traditional background. Jason, we don't know about, but he seems like he's a nice guy too. Chris, we'll see that more about him. David, not much. AJ, who just playing himself with that figure card stuff. Joel, look like he know he's good looking. He a player, but we know he's not a player because he only is in this situation because his wife died due to cancer. So he's a single father and for a while. So I guess he's trying to get his groove back and stuff. But yes, y'all, we'll see. So last thing we're gonna talk about, and I so miss my co-host Tracy, but I know she probably had a lot of stuff to go on tonight. It's Iyanla Fix My Life. Have anybody seen Iyanla last night? Because it came on, it's going to be the final season. This is the last season, y'all. After this, there's no more Iyanla Fix My Life. She mentioned that that's going to be the last season. So it's going to be a little bit final episodes. We're going to get a continuation of that story about that grandma who said she don't like her grandchild. We're going to get a continuation of that story. We got a part 2 of Lisa Ray. We're going to talk about that in a minute. and some other stories that will come around and seem like it'll be good. So let's talk about this real quickly. And then I know a lot of people we gotta get ourselves ready for my panel, get something to eat, and get ready for the next panel. Let me see. It fixed my life. Okay, Joyce, no problem. Nope, I missed it. Okay, y'all. No problem. As long as you're still listening. Okay, Iyanla Fix My Life. Y'all know I reviewed the show. So I'm trying to see maybe next Sunday I will still do a recap on my live, but also I will do a recorded version of the episode, and I'll probably do a premiere before my live. So you can come and do premiere of the thing and let's chat about the review. Because I haven't done premieres since I started my YouTube channel. I always do publicly post it up in lives. But it can be nice to do a premiere. See, I'm right. I want to get about that because I want to know if y'all felt that too. Did she seem like she was doing more acting and trying to act like she understand? They were trying to be this like, because I figured when she was laying down, act like she was trying to bust out crying because she had to go back to her memories. I said, girl, what was that? You was playing. You was playing. You trying to go Grammy Award nominee. That was a freaking, not even Grammy. That looked like a just freaking backyard award show that you trying to do. Not no freaking Grammy nomination, but Iyanla Fix My Life. It's back on. It came back this Saturday, so I will continue to review it. And this is a part two. Because remember last time she had her mother and her daughter there, and it was a breakdown of relationship because she wants to have control of her household. But we found out that her mom and her don't really get along like that. Her mom resent Lisa because the father pitted between those two together. So she's been in competition with her own daughter. At least they didn't really understand that. And she kind of wished that somewhere her father would still be alive and her mom be gone. We see that. But we find out that her mom packed, but she haven't still moved out the house yet. I said, oh, okay. Ugh. So we'll see a lot of resentment that mom had towards Lisa. And Kai said she was supposed to come to this session with Iyanla. But Kai said, oh, my time and money is precious. So if no money is coming involved in this process, then I'm not coming on television. I said, girl, they don't want no healing. So that means that's more brat mentality that Lisa was instilling to her daughter. The fact that she's to be catered to. No, it's a healing process. Do you want to have a better relationship with your mom or not? Okay. So Iyanla Fix My Life had this obstacles of having Lisa understand the valleys to get to her queendom, to throne. But she has to be attuned to her feelings because Lisa is more into her thinking and she thinks about how she feels instead of feeling how she feels. And that comes, of course, of disingenuousness and disconnect. Because when people was talking to her, she don't want to feel of what they talking about. She's thinking to respond and thinking how she should feel, and then comes out. So when she's got like blackout states, stuff like that, she's like she be blanks out, like people be talking to her, and then she don't listen to it, and she disregard what you be saying, and then she responds. So she had this pattern of doing that. It's like you present, but you're not present up here. You present in your mind, but you're not present in enough that it's not as clicking to you. So you always in this pattern of why you always have breakdown with all the relationship you have. All the females in her life, her mom, her sister, the brat, and her daughter, all have a breakdown with Lisa Ray. But Lisa Ray want to know what's the wrong with each one of them. But sister, no, it's not the problem with them. It's the problem with you, boo-boo. You don't want to have the issue. You need to dig down inside and see what is you not clicking. And then what is not clicking is that she don't feel. She reacts to what she thinks she should have feel, and then she responds. But she needs to get in here. That's the only way she needs to get to the queen though. Because her crown, her throne represents her feelings, her heart. And if she'll connect to her heart, and she order her mind, then it's disconnect. And then that's why her relationship with her freaking sisters, her mom, is always a breakdown. Because she chooses to disregard some things, ignore some things that she know is a problem, and act like everything's so good. And that's clearly what she did when Iyanla asked her for 1 to 5, on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being that you need a lot of work on it, you have none of this, to 5 that you body this, you body that. You know, she rated herself 4 course down the line. She rated herself patience. She had 4 in patience. She rated her 4 in courage. She rated a 4 in wisdom. She rated a 4 in honesty. Okay, Elisa. She rated a 4 in non-judgmental. She rated her 4 in be self-mastery. You damn near said you damn near perfect, but yet you have breakdown for each person, female in your family. How? How you damn near perfect, but you have a breakdown for everyone, but you don't see what the issue is, or you try to understand what the issue is. I don't even know if she really do understand. I mean, I don't know, because it seemed like she was really acting or not. I don't know. It seemed like I wanted to believe that she's genuine, but it seemed like she was there to be television. Like she just finished filming a freaking whole movie production or something. I don't know. Yes, she definitely does. And she said that, oh, I do like how Iyanla mentioned how her mom is what she's becoming. The fact that she don't really like her mom that much, is a pattern that she's becoming her mom, says a lot. Her mom don't get along like that, but she's becoming more her mom every day. Her daughter is where she was. She was her daughter who was looking for the love, who was her daughter who needed understanding, who wasn't there, who needed that guidance, who needed her father and so like that, who needed probably her mom there, everything. Her father was her life, but her father got taken away by the girlfriend that he was with and shot him and killed him. So she just feel type of way about that. But she was very angry about how the daughter was in the same school as her, but she was not angry that her father was a Rolling Stone and cheated on the mom. So you was angry about that, but you're not angry that her father was a cheater who caused a this harmony between you and your mom, who caused the competition. Yes, to call you think it's fake, right? Yeah, I think maybe it is, because I think she was faking it. But we'll see. I think she was, but she is not upset about that. But you got to be aware that your father cheating caused a lot of stuff, because you didn't realize he was in a wheelchair, or you try to realize like why he's not in a wheelchair or something like that. But and then she said how her sister is where she's off, moving along the life and probably not communicating and shutting down, probably doing like what's like that, trying to understanding. But that's the different phases of what she had a breakdown with. And then she try to get her to understand that she's a reflection of each one of them. And she don't even know that. Very reflection. Yep. So yeah, I think she was very calculated. She was her responses and what she was saying and what she trying to get to understand, or at least try to go along with the process and everything. Okay. So we'll say, where's her feelings at? Where did she break down? And she said when she was 5 years old, she remember her. She said, when you felt spoiled, she said she'd been spoiled and she'd been loved by her father. That's that. And then she said she was scared that no one was there. Nobody was there. Her father, I think he moved on to the next family, just like that. So when that happened, she was scared that her mom was not around as much because her mom was doing her little thing and she wanted her mom there. So nobody's around. And then she said she felt lonely because she felt lonely because she had to share her father with another family. Because the father was not just with her mom and her. He had a whole new family. But yet you mad by everybody else, but not the not the fact that your father was cheating and create discontent in relationship of the marriage with your mom. But he put y'all together. He put y'all to fight against each other. He's the common denominator. But you glorify him, and yes, that's your father, but he pitted you against your mom. And then your mom has some faults to herself, but you had to understand that he was putting y'all in competition with each other. So she had to be aware of that. And it's just crazy that her husband, I don't know if she's married now. I think she is. Is she married now? Yeah. Her husband is just like her father. Cheating, doing all that stuff like that. But I think she stayed with her because she became her mom. Her mom stayed with the cheating husband and become bitter and angry, dissatisfied. Think somebody should owe her something for something that she decided to stay and deal with abuse. But Lisa's husband is doing the same thing her father was doing. You know how she remembers things? But yet she don't act like she don't understand anything, but she thinks. So she said, what you learn from your mom? Because sometimes your mom teaches your, she's single now. Yeah, but she was married, right? Yeah, she was married. Her mom teaches you what she's value or devalue herself. So what she learned about her upbringing and how she teaches you, and Lisa said that her mom teaches her how to devalue herself. Because her mom was devalued. So she brought that all to Lisa that this is what I teach you. I'm teaching myself that I'm not valuing myself enough as a woman to leave the situation when I know it was toxic and know that was not right for me. But that's what taught to Lisa. So that's why she was able to be married to a husband who was the same to her father. I guess too. Yes, he was abusive too. He was very abusive to the mom, and her mom stayed. But blamed Lisa that's why she stayed. But knowing that Lisa knows her father abused her mom, but she was so enamored with her mom or her father, she forgets or not forget that she tried to ignore or disregard stuff that was causing the breakdown with her parents. But yeah, she was a father's girl. So the fact that he left or he got passed away, his life got taken away from her, she felt bitter about that. And she said herself was lost for that. So they touched a little bit about the brat and how that situation, how she blew up on her Fox Soul channel with her co-workers and everything, how she felt that she didn't get information from Brad and all that stuff, and she didn't tell her, so she felt blindsided, and that we haven't talked and all that stuff. That she felt like her feelings were hurt. How your feelings were hurt, but you don't have feelings. You really don't think, you don't really express feelings, but you think about your feelings, but you don't express feelings. So your feelings were hurt because of what? Why were you so angry and mad? Because it seems like that's what Lisa's go-to thing is, to be angry all the time. She used anger as a go-to response to a lot of situations. So y'all don't know nothing. Y'all do this. Like every situation where she in a chopping block, she goes to anger. At different levels. It doesn't show the same way as explosive, but she used anger. So it's like, if you don't have feelings, girl, how your feelings is hurting? Yeah, did it? She did her mom in trouble. Yeah. I believe that Lisa was clarifying those aspects about that. Sometimes trouble sometimes he will help. Yeah, he would. That's what I'm saying. It was very toxic situation. And so she went to anger well off the bat. And when she does that, you know what she do? She mentioned that, and she has, I guess, a self-realization that she blanks out. So that's what Iyanla told her, that she's not present when she have conversation with people who's talking to her because they have to express how they feel. So when they express how they feel, she blanks out, and then she responds to anger when she don't like what they saying. Instead of expressing how she feels, she goes to her thinking cap, and she's thinking, and after they finish talking, that's what she does. So she got to work on that. Yeah. She was trying to get Lisa to admit that she was in love with her father. Something to that nature, because she was enamored with her father, but not realizing that her father is the underlying cause of a lot of her issues that she had with her female companions or female people that she's in her life. Because it's centered around her love for him. Yes, she was trying to get her to understand that. Yes, I do agree. She was trying to get Lisa to understand that her love for her father and disregarding stuff that he had done to cause a breakdown in the household, that caused a breakdown with her mom, that caused a breakdown with her daughter, that caused a breakdown with her sister, not realizing it's Lisa, not understanding that she is the one that is not dealing with the reality because she doesn't feel. Because her loss, her feelings of loss gone when her father died. And since then, she just went along life and just went along life. It's like that. So, so they had an exercise activity, right? Oh, I forgot the values. She said the values of understanding to get your healing is the value of understanding, the value of courage, the value of non-resisting, because Lisa does resist a lot. She does resist a lot, and she's in denial a lot of things. A value of other people's purpose. She takes on other people's problems and not dealing with her own individuality and stuff like that. Take other people's problems and try and fix it and do other things is not right for your healing. The purpose and intent, the value of purpose and intent, and the value of success and the value of love, value. If you go through these steps of process, you can reach your throne. But you have to realize what is the breakdown and what is you is having problems with that is preventing her to reach that throne, which is her heart, the heart. What's preventing her to channel her heart, the feelings, and not blank out and use her mind so much, and she's on her mind that she doesn't be present in the conversation she having with people. And people sense that. Because you can sense from somebody who's listening to you, or you can sense from someone who's just sitting there, listen to you too, just to respond. It's a whole difference. Because you can tell the body language that people's going through. And so like that. So Iyanla showed an unseen clip of last year and how she wants things happen. She said she wants her daughter out the house because she wants her house back. So what that means, her mom, her daughter had to get out that house. Now, she sat there and had a agreeable conversation with Iyanla that she said December 15th would be the day that her daughter had to get the house. Because her daughter is so dependent and spoiled by Lisa, she doesn't do anything for herself. How can you let her? How can you try to discipline her and say she needs to grow up, she needs to do things when you always do things for her? You do bad things for her, you always do things for her, and it's always access. How you gonna know if she be able to take care of herself if you don't show her tough love and get the skid marks and not? Because she said, mention how as we as parents, sometimes we scrape our knees, but you don't want your children to scrape their knees. So you try to control everything and try to be there. And that's exactly what's happening because her mom was controlling of Lisa, which growing up. And Lisa is doing the same thing with her own daughter right now. Telling her what to do. Do this. You got to do this. You got to do that. But how you going to let her do this and how you want her to do this if you don't let her go out there and do that stuff? You want her to be dependent on herself. Does she know how to take care of herself? Does she know how to get a job? Do that stuff. If you find an apartment, it's not gonna be hard because you can maybe get her an apartment. but can she maintain it herself? That's a lesson that you got to make her learn to do. So if you have a deadline for her to stay, it's September at the time. So I have 3 months to get your house. But she said, no, then she got to do the dishes as well. No, at the meantime, no. Yeah, I said, forget about the dishes. Forget about the dishes. Your goal and success is to her to get out the house. But you cannot dictate that goal and then say something that's going to happen. If she don't do the dishes, if she focus on, if I do the dishes, if I do this, it's like that, I got to stay. You're not kicking her out, but you got to let her grow. And she can't grow and be a better person, then how can you want her to be individual and be independence if you not let her have the independence? Or you don't teach her tough love and get her skedaddle. You're not really kicking her out. You show her, like, I can help you get an apartment, but it's up to you from there on part or house for my grandchild you to maintain it. And that's what we have to do. So she sat there. All right, Auntie Bobo. So she sat there and said that when it played back, and I was breaking down the playback play, she was like, okay, you know I love you, right? And Iyanla said, what you did right there? Yep. Oh, that mom was something else. Yes, that mom was something else. But this was a part 2. Iyanla came, and Lisa came back by herself. And she said, what you did right there? She said, well, you didn't say I love you. You made it seem like a command. It sounded like a command. You know I love you, right? You know I love you, girl, right? I said, okay, we got it. It's like, you know, it's like a control thing, like to do stuff. It's like, yeah. She said, so Kai said, mm-hmm. I was like, okay, that's not genuine. You don't feel, so you say, you know I love you. Okay. So Iyanla said, what you want her to do is this. So she looked at Iyanla, and Iyanla said, okay. And she said, what I want you to do, hold up. I thought we said a year. And Iyanla paused the video. She said, hold on, no. Well, no, that's not what we discussed. You just said with me that December 15th was the timeline you're going to have your daughter have an independence, be herself, and move forward. Now you're going to disregard what you just said with Iyanla agreed upon, and you're going to say it was a year. So you was not thinking. So she just said what Iyanla was telling her about, that you blanks out and you don't be sitting there in the moment and you're not present and you come up with something else. And now how 3 months turned to a year. So how can she learn to be on her own if you go prolong her getting out the house? I know a lot of us will be okay, or no. I know most of us will probably say if your kid is falling down and out and you got a place to stay, your kids can stay with you and everything, that's fine. But at some point in time, you want your children to grow and nourish. Because at the time, I know you did your life, you want to be good. And be there with your husband, be with your wife, and just relax. And your kids need you, you be there. But you want to enjoy your adulthood after you raise your kid. So at some point, we all raise our kid to try to be independence. Now, if something can happen, especially now in the financial state as it is, more kids is with their parents, which is fine, unless they working and helping. If they're not, if things are lifting them back up. But non-pandemic, most parents would be okay with the kids living with them if they help out, work. But the fact that Kyle was so spoiled, and she's been like that for her life, and Lisa was like that in her life, it's like, how can you want things to change if you're not letting that happen? So at the end of the episode, Lisa said that she's ready. She's ready to take that throne. She got this. All that stuff. And she took up all the steps in the valleys to sit on the throne and said she ready to take that journey. And Iyanla said, listen, I will get on you on the social media. Ask Ella Lizala if she does something crazy. I will call her, get on her. So I'm going to get on you too if you do something outrageous on social media. And so like that. And she said, I know you do. I know you would. And I'm going to do the journey. She said, I can't do it for you, but I could be to help you with your journey. So This episode, yeah, I don't know how I feel because I don't feel like it was genuine, and I think Lisa was doing this to be on TV. I just hope that she takes some stuff that Iyanla told her about and channel that and learn from not having a heart and not feeling. It's not always thinking things and have a heart to feel things and knowing that you on the breakdown and you need to fix yourself to have a better understanding of how you react to other people in your life, have a balance. So if she take all that stuff for her, then she'd be good. But if she don't take that stuff, she gonna continue this whole cycle over bitterness, argumentative with the females in her life, and it's never gonna ending, never ending, never ending. Oh yeah, I forgot one last thing before I get out of here because I got prepared for the next panel instead of eating anything. As she said, you gotta ask her the pattern or she aware of, right? Lisa is aware that her father and her husband that she had at the time was all cheaters. They were cheating. She's aware of that. Okay. She's aware of the feelings that she attached to the cheating father and the cheating man and her husband. She's aware that she and herself and her daughter are spoiled individuals. Okay. She's aware that her and her mom was controlling. Yep. Yes. And she also aware that nothing. What was that? Nothing was wrong. I don't know what the nothing was wrong before, but it said nothing was wrong, and she was aware of that as well. And she spoiled her. She can't get mad if she lazy. Yes, she can get mad, and that's the issue. If you want your house in order, forget about her doing dishes. Her end goal is to get out the house. Leave the dishes alone. You went along the line and she's not doing dishes, so let the dishes alone and let her get out the house. But you can't say you need order and she needs to be there. She needs to have independence when you've been spoiling her. Now she has to meet to get her own place because you could help her get an apartment or a house. You get the house or apartment, just don't pay her bills. Let her pay the bills and let her get her job, take care of herself and her daughter, and see can she stay on her own. So she don't need to struggle and get a place. You could get the place for her if you want to buy it for her, but at the same time, let her take her bills and see how can she stay on her own, taking care of her daughter, and then you gonna see how much have you done for her, or how much have you hindered her to know that she can't take care of herself, and that would be a reflection of Lisa. Yep. That was Iyanla Fix My Life, y'all. Like I said, I will continue reviewing this show. If you have any more last thoughts about Iyanla and this episode particularly, let us know now and everything. But I appreciate everyone who joined my live. Like I said, I love this lives. I like that we can interact with each other. We're gonna get better. Stay tuned for the panel tonight because we have a lot of things to go on because we missed last week, so we have a lot of stuff to discuss. And we're happy. I miss all y'all. And tomorrow will be a Mizzle Social Corner. Hopefully, tomorrow will join me, and so there, and hopefully Tracy will be better. And we're gonna discuss about role model and celebrities. All celebrities are equate automatic role models, and why people equate celebrities as role models. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. So Mr. Social Corner will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m., 7 o'clock Central. Join us there, and we're going to discuss that. And next week, Lifetime is having TD Jakes movies. So next Sunday in my live, I will talk about Delilah, the show on, and I will also talk about the two movies, Lust and Envy. Watch that on Lifetime, y'all. Check it out, and we will discuss those movies. Because I'll try to see if TD Jakes and whoever the partnership did it well or addressing the Seven Deadly Sins movie. Because he going to plan to do all of them. So it's 2 this year, probably 2 every year until he finished. Well, 2, 4, 6. Probably 2 and probably 1 year, probably three movies. So we'll see. The cycle needs to break. So yeah, yes, I agree. The cycle needs to break. Exactly, I do agree. They need to break at all. Yes, please like the video, share the video, subscribe, share my videos. That's how the way to get it up. If you got a groups that y'all follows, something like that, because I know a lot of people be like TV show groups, share with people, let me know, I let them know, like, come on, we gotta support each other. And they the mother was really hurt. It was sad. Yes, it was sad. Her mom was hurt. And at the same time, her mom had to take responsibility of what she done because you stayed with abusive husband and you stayed with a cheater. So it was your decisions why you went along with all this stuff. But I do agree the father shouldn't have pitted the mom against the daughter like that. But the fact that Lisa Ray didn't see that was an issue that her father was doing that was the problem. Love you too, Renee. See you tonight. Yes, CM. Thank you, Joyce, Sir Neil. I love all y'all. I will see y'all tonight and also tomorrow. Enjoy my live. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. I couldn't wait to talk about the stuff that we're gonna talk about tonight because we had nothing last week, so we're gonna have a Kiki moment. Yeah. Uh, so I appreciate everyone. I love y'all. Take care. I know someone's gotta get rest, get a little readiness, because I gotta get some readiness too. And I see y'all later, so like that. So next week, again, Sunday, we will talk about Delana and the two movies and maybe some social media topics. So y'all could hit me up my DM on Instagram or Twitter. It says, Ty, talk about this. Y'all can talk about this, and I will talk about it. And but on Lifetime, watch Envy and Lust, and we're gonna discuss the movie. Because I totally had almost forgot about Lust, and I said, "Oh snap! I forgot to record it." So I recorded it. So it's recorded now, and hopefully I don't forget about Envy this Saturday. So see y'all later, y'all. Enjoy. Yes, I did have Tracy with me tonight, but it was still a good chat of talk about 4 shows, and I said, "Oh." Ugh. It was good to have somebody else with me. I know how like people do panels with other people because you have to do all the talking all the time. Love y'all, right? Okay, y'all. So see y'all all tonight, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Let's do the rest up, have an hour break, and we enjoy conversations. Also, congratulate Cola for being monetized and everything. So yes, our family is fully blessed and monetized. Yes, be blessed, everyone. Enjoy y'all. Love y'all. I appreciate it. It's only gonna get better. Only gonna get better, y'all. And some of y'all more of y'all will be my moderators as well. So I gotta put that moderation stuff like that. And enjoy, right? Love. Right. Then put the intro. Hey, see y'all tonight, y'all. Let's see. Ooh. Intro, outro. All right, y'all. See y'all later. All right, let me share this one.